If I am incensed, if I'm passionate in talking, it's tree. I have to make a considered effort to actually
Say that.
speak the Queen's English.
What, by saying tree?
3.
Oh. I was going to say you got it all
tree.
wrong. Okay. Good morning, people. Happy Friday. It is the 16th of February. Welcome to TDA, the day after. Your favourite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by the culture. And go ahead and introduce ourselves.
It's your boy, 6 foot plus of pure temptation. Big Moss from the east side of the bridge. Good morning, people.
As always, my own royalty.
It's Queen of BOE back.
Back again, honey.
Again.
Brent, how are you this morning?
Good morning. I'm blessed and highly favored. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that for you.
Let's say good morning to the chat. Good morning, David. Good morning, M. Good morning, Abby. Good morning, Imi. Prophet says that he would love to come in.
Oh, yes, please.
He's free on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but right now he's booked. And as soon as he isn't, then
Let us know.
Yeah, he let us know.
Big up, Prophet.
Who's that?
The guy who told us about his vision impairment.
Yes.
Remember yesterday? He's supposed
No,
to
he
come
wasn't
in.
here at the time.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
thank you for those lovely ladies to get onto Maxwell coming in.
And I wish they did on air. Big up Prini and Amber from Style and City's Diaries.
What do they do?
Who, Prophet or the girls?
The girls.
They told you off at the end of the show about you being late. And he said you weren't late and you came in at the right time.
Oh.
But it's ironic because you don't know what I'm talking about now. So did you come at the right time?
Always on the right time. Told you I'm not always doing you cool, but I'm always on time.
But basically, I was talking about like how if we couldn't see, for example, none of us would care about how we look. We wouldn't care to impress other people, that kind of stuff.
Oh, I was here for
And
that.
then, yeah, so he left a comment on Spotify saying he's got vision impairment. And that's true. He doesn't live for approval the way normal human beings do.
Oh, yeah. See, I was here for all of that. I wasn't here for the initial conversation.
That was the day before.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
See, so I was on time.
Fair. Fair.
Good morning, Travel Brother. Good morning, June and Jis. Good morning, Davina. Good morning, Priz. The Travel Brother is the
guy that refuses to come and tell us the stories, but pops in here and there.
Yeah. I wonder.
Is that him?
Yeah.
Black. I thought it was Black Lad Travel.
Oh, Black
Yeah,
Lad
but-
Travel, actually.
Yeah, it is, but
Why is there two of them?
no, it looks like the same fella. I guess
Does
it's a
it?
different
Maybe he's
account.
got a different account. That's true. Like the video on both accounts. That's what I care about.
See? He said he.
Oh, he's specifically mentioning Black Queens today. Okay.
Okay,
So
well,
what?
Christy's on your ass. Christy
you
said,
heard?
you phony.
Christy, have you heard much about the passport bros movement?
Yeah, we had the little back and forth. Well, not little, just I said passport bros are anti-black. He said that's fake news, and
Who
I
said
said
that? The passport bro in the chat.
Black Lad Travel said it was fake news, and I disagree.
Talk to me, because I high level, I think they aren't anti-black. Like,
I think
why
that's
do you
black.
think they're anti-black?
Because all the passport bros
Yeah,
who
wow.
are self-proclaimed passport bros that I've seen, whenever I get that they say they're anti-modern women and they don't want the whole modern women now. That's not them. That's why they go to other countries. But
Yeah.
the country they tend to go to is Thailand, Colombia, and obviously yes, you can get black women in these, but they're not going for the black women in those countries. Anytime I've seen a passport bro speak up, the person beside them is not a black woman. And I don't hear them praising the black women. So I feel like they're anti-black.
By the
personally.
ones that go DR, that's all black things.
I don't see that. They go to the non-black to me. So
Question. All right, so I don't know how many channels you watch or you've seen, but can you name any of them?
I don't watch the channels. I've just seen any clips
Can
that
you
I've seen.
describe any of the passport bros
Describe them.
that you've come across? Because all the ones that you've seen, I'm not trying to get onto you, by the way. I'm just
Yeah, you
curious
are.
as to what. No, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm just curious. I know that you're going to give me good convo. That's why I'm
Okay.
basically, open up the morning with this.
Okay.
However, I don't think they're anti-black. I thought that they just looked for a good-looking girl. Yes, in Thailand, you don't see black girls around, right? So you're not going to see them with a black girl, but you would see them with a good-looking Thai girl. Do you understand?
Okay.
And the passport bros that I've seen, I don't subscribe to any of them. They've kind of gone around the globe. A couple have actually gone to Africa.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so you tend to only.
Is it of recent that they've gone to Africa? Because before that, I didn't see. I didn't really see them
the ones
mentioned.
that I've seen for a while.
What's a passport, bro? Anyway,
Steve, what's the passport, bro?
D1. If you're bored already, leave the chat. Anyway,
What's the passport, bro?
There are people that can't get a girl in the society they live in because they are not levels. And they decide that what they'd rather do is go to a poorer community, where they feel like the woman will have no choice but to accept them in their foolish state.
I've seen them, man, on TikTok.
They are losers.
No, I've seen them.
They
that description?
are incels.
Based on that
They're
description, you see them?
Yeah.
The ones
I've seen dons
seen
that look
fit
like
what
they
I
don't
said.
look like they get
They're
no
damn
gal
right.
at home.
They don't.
All right, so
And they're with
I've seen two
pure
types.
things,
I've seen two
hella
types.
things,
I've
flavors.
seen two types. I've seen two types. 'Cause I've
God.
seen those,
Yeah.
and I've seen the ones who can get women, and they want women who don't talk back.
Yeah, there you have it.
there you have it.
So my description is perfect. Then they're losers.
Who don't have much standards, who don't have the standards that mirror the girls in the Western world.
So are you saying other women are like women from other countries? Do they treat their men better than like the UK girls?
This is their claim. But
Did you see Jack Fowler saying that the American things treat them better than the English things, saying that the way the American gal just always want to pattern you up and make sure you're cool and fix your plate. He's saying he ain't really used to that treatment and all that. Why do the UK girls don't look after their men properly?
But then at the same time, the American men are complaining that the American girls don't do that to them. So
No, but then and also the UK girls also talk about how great the American guys are, and
to
Nigerian
them,
guys, and
yeah.
and Ghanaian guys, all other guys.
Yeah.
People don't.
No
Everyone
one
looks
wants their own,
elsewhere.
innit? No one
No one
wants
wants
their
their
own.
own.
exactly.
Because in Nigeria as well, you hear the Nigerian guys talk about the London girls. Like nobody is focusing on their own, and that's the problem. Because
That's exactly the problem.
Yeah, no,
I have
that's
a word
true.
for that in my language, but
What is it?
there you.
Ojukokoro.
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 I mean, your eyes just
Too big for you. Yeah.
looking everywhere. Use the water. Look at the women in your own land and treat them well, man. And
Sounded
stop going
Japanese to
abroad
me.
and making noise. Then again,
Ojukokoro.
you don't have to do all that.
Yeah.
Oh, that is very,
Jesus,
very
sir.
unnecessary. Highly unnecessary. There's no need for any of that.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good
Good
morning.
morning.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm alright, man. They tried to get me, but you know.
They only try and get you out of here when you say they. I never heard someone say they as much as you have. Oh dear. Is that it, Brent?
Yeah. No comments from Spotify that I want to read out.
That I want to read.
They were cussing up Black Girl.
They're cussing who?
Black Girl.
Oh, let's read them.
Cussing who?
Cussing
Excuse me. I don't know what you said, but I'm just saying let's read them.
They were cussing out. You heard what they said? They were cussing out Black Rob.
Why would the
did
Black
they
Rob
say
do?
Oh, that's why.
Manchester.
No, basically everyone's clocked onto what I clocked on ages ago, which is that he has a kink for calling into the show just to kind of like just disapprove something I've said or just try and antagonize me. I have
Okay.
other words to say, but I'm gonna not say.
One person said that he never looks to do it to the men.
And he doesn't. He does not. I think, but I have a theory about men like that though. I don't know if you want to hear it. I have a theory about men like that.
Maybe he just
Kind of
agrees with the
similar to
men, isn't
passport
it?
bros. Excuse me?
Maybe he just agrees with the men.
No, it doesn't. No, that's not the theory. It's in line with the passport bros that don't want women talking back to them, and they go over, and they're trying to humble women. He has a thing for trying to humble women. As in, well, I wouldn't say women. I don't know how you interact with other women, but me for sure. But you can't humble me. It's impossible. It's impossible, love. But anyway, those comments are there if you want to go and have a gander. Let's get into.
Oh, it's this acolytes on Spotify, boy.
Is it not? Or did you take them off?
What?
Right.
No, I'm saying her acolytes on Spotify.
What's acolyte?
Followers,
Oh,
dick
a hive.
suckers.
Oh my god.
what'd you say? What did you say? What?
So dick suckers.
That's
No,
interesting you should say
acolyte.
that.
I'm describing what an acolyte
That's interesting you
is.
should say that. You don't call them dick suckers when it's everybody else. You're getting the same line as
Wait a
Black
minute.
Rob.
She asked me. She asked. You asked. what's
You
an
are
acolyte?
getting the same line as
An
Black
acolyte
Rob, sir.
isn't just. I don't think it's just a follower. It's a zealous follower. Like you're really
I just
on
no.
it.
I just think it's people that can see things that clearly other people did not see or chose not to see,
No, that's.
and I
just-
rate them for it because there's people that should have seen that didn't see it.
It's like a stan. You know, like the beehive and whatnot.
No, I don't think that. I think they're just speaking up for the injustice that they clearly see.
Okay.
And some of you were mute, so do with that information what you will. Anyway, let's get into headlines.
Did you announce yourself? Did you welcome yourself to the world?
Call me E-Man, the pro-black activist, TDA producer, and news analyst. And of course, the melanin is always jam-packed.
Sure is.
All right, then. Let's go. Let's go.
We're not going to start with this xenophobia.
What are you talking about?
Let's not do this.
It's so dangerous when you label things just wildly like that.
Like dick suckers.
Okay.
I like that.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I bet you do. Thank you very much, Christy. I didn't want to say it.
Well, our first headline, Labour has inflicted 2 by-election defeats on the Conservatives, overturning big majorities to take Wellingborough and Kingswood. In Wellingborough, the party overcame a majority of more than 18,500 to take the Northamptonshire seat, and the swing of 28.5% was the second biggest from the Tories to Labour in any post-war by-election. In Kingswood, where the Tories previously had a majority of more than 11,000, there was a swing of 16.4%. Labour leader Sir Keir Starmer said that the results showed that people want change and are ready to put their faith in a changed Labour Party to deliver it.
Yeah, sure.
Next headline. Let me ask you guys this quickly. Yeah, who would you expect people to be more in favour of the monarchy? State people from state schools or people from private schools?
Private
State.
schools.
You said both different answers. Why?
Private schools because that's the same circle, like class-wise. That's the same socioeconomic status.
Okay.
State school. Not really. Actually, then again, state school, they will be fanboying a lot because a lot of when I see like when the monarch when they have like events and something, you know, like Sky News go and give people the mic.
Mm-hmm.
It's your average. Which I don't know if that word is allowed anymore, but it's your average Joe. I don't know. Actually, that's a good question.
Okay.
That's why. That's why I believe it's state.
Okay.
Because the regulars just. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well, apparently researchers examining children's attitudes towards the monarchy have found more support amongst Britain's state schools than in private ones.
Okay.
The King's College London study found 66% of children in state schools aged between 6 and 12 had a positive view of the royals compared with 56% in private schools. Overall, it found higher levels of support for the monarchy amongst children than among teenagers and young adults. The findings were based on questions for 2,000 pupils across 200 schools. This study adds another dimension to the extensive research into attitudes towards the monarchy, with polling consistently showing a strong link between age groups and support or opposition to the royals. In fact, let me add this last bit. The findings on primary school children in England, Scotland and Wales were in stark contrast to the views of young adults, said researchers with the YouGov twice yearly poll showing that only 27% of 18 to 24-year-olds saw the monarchy as good for Britain. And our last headline, according to a Jewish charity, anti-Semitism is at all-time high. You know what I'm saying? More than 4,000 anti-Semitic incidents were recorded in the UK by a Jewish charity in 2023, with the all-time high being put down to the sheer volume which took place following the Hamas attacks in October 7th. The CST, the Community Security Trust, said the total was almost double the previous record in 2021, and its chief executive described the explosion in hatred against the Jewish community as an absolute disgrace. The charity, which monitors anti-Semitism and provides security for the Jewish community in Britain, said that there were a total of 4,103 anti-Semitic incidents in the UK in 2023, up from the previous annual record of 2,261 incidents, which had been reported 2 years previously. Its report published on Thursday stated that this record total is due to the sheer volume of anti-Semitism perpetrated across the UK following Hamas's attack on Israel on the 7th of October 2023. Of the 4,103 instances of anti-Jewish hate reported, 66% of those occurred on or after the 7th of October. And that's it for the headlines, guys.
It would be interesting to know how they qualify these instances.
It was very interesting.
Because even in some circles, support for Palestine would be deemed as anti-Semitic,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I would use a stronger word than some, but I fully understand what you're saying.
Yeah. I wonder if it is they also collect other grievances towards other communities, or if it's just that. I mean, these are the type of information I would love in these articles when it is that we read it.
Okay.
A little deep dive, a deeper dive, you know? Just flesh out a little bit more information. No shade to the researchers, obviously. This is all on Emmanuel.
So it's definitely not. It's definitely not.
All right.
French chose violence today.
Mate.
No, it's Friday, man, and you guys are going to give me Friday energy. Give me Friday energy. Sorry, I beg you.
We're about to get into the topic of the day.
Thank you very much.
I just saw it. Did you see it?
Yeah, I was like, what? I was like, what? So let's see if you get some Friday energy.
What the topic of the day?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, huh? What
Do I
made
need to brace myself?
I was like, what made you go with that verse? Like, what?
Okay.
Lord.
Oh, God. Okay.
I'll be real with you. You can do the heavy lifting. I don't have it in me today. I've tapped out for the week.
All right, guys. Topic of the day. Very nice and wholesome one.
Shut up. Don't be adding salt to wounds. Just do what you need to do.
You
Do what
know
they
what?
sent
Yeah.
you to do.
You know, you know what? It may be very different because this didn't come from me, right? Yeah, mine would have been more positive, but this came from. I'm not too sure if she wants me to mention her name, but to be fair, she's just asking some basic questions, and the question is about black women and their hair. Well, the topic's about black women and their hair, but the big question is: are we as a black community doing enough to promote and cultivate a love for natural hair for the younger generation?
Yes, we are. There's a whole ass movement called Black Girl Magic. What do you think that was about?
Can you elaborate?
Nah, Black Girl Magic speaks for itself. There's a whole movement about Black Girl Magic. There's more women who have their natural black hair now today than when I was growing up, because people have now come to realize that relaxers are damning for your hair and Like, there's a lot more embracing of the black hair today than there was when I was younger. So,
Do you agree, Christy?
Yeah, there's definitely more done now than what it was when I was growing up.
Okay.
I feel like there's so much more, I guess social media's afforded that, where a lot of these like natural hair girls, like even on YouTube, have their Instagram pages like where they're proper pushing that. So I think it's actually even more easily accessible to find it than what it was when I was growing up. So
Because if you think about it as well, sorry, it's trending so much that now Boots, Superdrug, all these places that are usually catered to European hair now have black hair products in there.
Yeah, and I think that was to push that. Like a lot of people down behind the scenes have kind of pushed that to get that into those mainstream stores, because.
And I think because we're making the transition.
When was I going to go to a Boots or Tesco to see an actual black hair care like section?
Just chilling there.
Never.
What would you say to somebody who said, well, that's just a sign of the times that, BLM thing happened, so they're just opening up a few shelves for more black products rather than actually promoting the beauty of natural black hair?
No, because I would say sorry, Christy, when they have the posters and whatnot, you see natural hair on there.
Okay.
But also the reason why it will become more marketable for businesses to do that is because these natural hair products are being used more, because people have more of their natural hair. As in, when I say natural hair, I mean like in the natural, what's it called? Curls and stuff like that, like in its natural state without perm and stuff like that. That's why, because they used to sell relaxers and stuff. But I don't really see relaxers and stuff like that anymore. So the reason why the business would have tapped into that is because it's become quote unquote popular. But there's literally a whole movement. Like I see more people embrace their natural hair, and regardless of however that looks, there is more talks about black women's hair and black women's natural hair and stuff like that than when I was growing up, than with the previous generation.
Could it be a thing where I'm just asking here? Could it be a thing where it's just more people talking about hair? Because imagine 15, 20 years ago, when you guys was much younger, were you seeing influencers all around talking about hair, doing hair, all these type of things? You know what I'm saying? Like, these are businesses that many black women are going into. You know what I'm saying? But if you was to kind of condense that down to the amount of people who were doing business back then, it would have been far less as well. So you're likely to see more anyway. But in terms of like proportion and percentage, is it really people out there pushing for natural black hair to the degree that there's like people that care about their hair, if that makes sense?
No, I think there's been a conscious push. I think there's been a quote unquote awakening. Yeah.
Okay.
I think there is a more emphasis on that. I don't know. Obviously the wig market is a very big market.
Yeah.
Still, but at the same time, I think where a wig market is a big market, I feel like there is now alternatives. Whereas before, I would say that it was just pushing to the wig life.
Okay.
Whereas now there's actually like pushing for more alternatives than just like with rocking braids. Like that's a whole thing now, rocking braids and all that kind of thing. So I think there's more of a concerted effort for alternatives than just the wig life.
Okay, so what could it just be a trend thing? Or this is just a time for natural black hair, rather than the positivity, let's push this because this means something to us, it's linked to our culture, it's linked to how we, you know what I mean? Like, is it more so just a trend time rather than something that's real?
No, I don't think
No,
it's a
I
trend.
don't think so, because when I think about when I first started, I thought maybe it was a trend, but we're like 10 years into it now. That's a long ass trend.
Okay. Marks, in your travels, do you feel like you're seeing...
Doing your philanthropy work.
I'm saying what you're talking to me for. But
No, because
So am I in
obviously
it?
you're not in the community, but you may observe the community, right? So in your travels, are you seeing an increase compared to, let's just say, I don't know, the women that you saw 10 years ago compared to today?
You know what's so funny? That men actually don't even know the difference.
what between
Yeah, there's a lot of men do not know. You wouldn't know if it was a weave, as in like my natural hair is on top of the other hair, or if it was a wig, or if it was this. A lot of men are very oblivious to things.
No, I think
you
so.
lot gave the game up. The jig's up.
Yeah.
I think men can tell nowadays.
I think before it was
Extensions and weaving that is a little bit different. You get me? But I think the wigs you can tell.
Yeah.
And there's a wig pandemic. There's not more. I don't see I don't see more black women with their natural hair. I think the attitudes towards it's changed. Because I know when I was younger, they just always wanted to just be relaxing their head top and thing. And that was rife in the community. And I don't really, obviously, I'm not like I don't know, I don't really hear or see that kind of stuff anymore. So I feel like the attitudes towards things have changed and people are more inclined to have to wear their natural hair and that. But I don't know if there's people that I can actually point out, or like a lot of them that I can point out and say like, oh yeah, this person wears their natural hair all the time, whatever. But maybe I'm just not aware of it. I don't know. In my mind, I think there's more wigs than anything else at the minute.
It's funny you guys both mentioned the wig thing, because the next question was, is the wig culture too strong?
No, because what people don't understand is that wigs is a protective styling.
Okay.
Like, yeah, it's a protective styling. So it's a form of hairstyle. So I don't think the wig culture is something that, oh my gosh, we need to have a meeting over.
I disagree.
I think people have different hairstyles that they want to wear. Some people only rock their natural hair, never do extensions. Some people only ever do braids. Some people only ever do faux locks. And some people only wear wigs. Like, there's deeper conversations regarding the wig, but for a lot of people, it's just a protective styling because I don't have maybe the time to style my hair this way, or I don't want to think about what hairstyle to do, so I'm just going to put a wig on. But Christy's got a different opinion.
Yeah, I disagree.
Talk to us, Christy.
I think the go-to reason is to say it's a protective hairstyle, but I don't think that's. I just think that it's just to get people off of them. I don't believe. I think obviously yes, certain people it is, but I think it's now become that term has become. It's used too loosely now. It's a protective style because I feel like some women take the wig life to the extent where they say it's a protective style, but then you never see their hair. So what are you protecting it from at that point? If your hair's never going to be out, what's the point? I don't see the point in that. Me personally, obviously I'm different because I'm not a wig girl. That's not my life. I think I've once, and that was the pandemic when stuff was shut. But when I could get to my hairdresser, that ring's in the bin.
What is considered like natural hair? Like how much work can you do to it for it still to be considered natural hair? Yeah,
but then there's some people that say my hair's not.
Yeah, this is what I'm asking. They
will say my hair's not because I straighten it.
So generally, what would be considered natural hair? I know obviously it's kind of hard to say, but generally, would like your hair still be considered natural by most black people?
I mean, for me, it's still natural because there's no chemicals.
Okay.
There's nothing. Yeah, I straighten it, but I don't straighten it chemically.
Yeah,
I don't. There's nothing. It's literally just a hairdryer.
So that's the difference, pretty much.
Yeah, that's only the difference. So for me, my hair's still natural. No one can't tell me different. I don't.
Yeah, I would say that's natural hair.
You can't say your hair's not natural because you straighten it. That's mental.
No, but some people, some would say, why are you straightening it?
What, with a straightener?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? If you was like if you relaxed it or something, if there's like you said, if there's chemicals and products in there and that's how you used it to drop it, then I can fair enough. You make an argument, but if you're just using a straightener, how can you say it's not natural?
Straightening. Because if I've got a wig on and I'm gonna have my natural hair tomorrow, you're not gonna be expecting to see my hair in the same texture as just in the wig because that could be a wig. So it's more when people say natural hair, it's more about your hair being in its natural state. The state of which, like, without any form of manipulation.
Yeah.
No gels, it's just your hair in its natural state.
Yeah.
So that's why someone might see her. Because also as well, with her hair, when you speak to Christy, you know that's her hair, but that could easily be weave.
That's very true.
She could easily have tracks in there.
Yeah.
There's a lot that could easily not be her natural hair.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? So like natural hair is more like your hair in your natural state. But I would see because I know Christy and I know it's not a weave or anything like that. That's all her hair. I know that I would say that's her natural hair.
Okay.
Do you get what I mean?
You're learning something.
No, because there's where I've come across, maybe not so much now, but before, people would assume that I've still used
like she's permed her hair.
Perm my hair still. So that's why I would say they won't.
I've asked you that actually.
Yeah, a lot.
I think a few times.
So some people will just be like, okay, they're like, oh, because like certain times I've had before, oh, your hair's healthy for permed hair.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "No, it's not permed. But because they associate the straight hair with being chemically straightened.
Yeah.
So I would understand why they would just think that. That's why I say they wouldn't really say it was natural. Yeah.
Straightening, yeah. Straightening, yeah.
Well, this listener, yeah.
Ain't nothing but a little bit of straightening.
Okay, Fred. Really full track.
This listener who gave us this topic, right? She's also put in the inspiration for where this topic came from. So she said that, right, the young black natural hair queen was discussing her upcoming birthday celebrations with her friend, and the topic of what hairstyle she was going to do came up, and they were all dragging her for not wanting to wear a wig. They didn't feel that braids was nice enough for a 16th birthday.
And I can't lie, that's an issue.
Yeah, that's a toxic part of the wig situation.
Yes.
Because it's not that deep. I've actually gotten braids specifically because it's my birthday and I wanted them fresh. Yeah, like I think that's the unhealthy part. That some people don't. They see braids as like the lesser hairstyle or the hairstyle that's not. I don't want to say bush or village. That's Nigerian lingo, but more like not Raz either. Like it's not cool. Basically, it's not the cool hairstyle to have for your birthday, and I just think that gives I feel like that's the same spirit that led people to be perming their hair. Whatever that spirit is, I ain't got a term for it yet, but it's the same spirit of not liking your natural hair and wanting to manipulate it. Like seeing braids as not good enough for your birthday is mad, or special occasions is crazy, like weddings and stuff like that. When people see like brides with braids, they think it's weird.
I was just about to say that.
I was gonna say because
I think it's weird. I'm like, bro,
even for weddings,
if you look like everybody,
I feel like women are conditioned to put on a wig for the wedding, and then if you don't, that's like, oh, what are you doing? You haven't done anything.
Yeah,
I think there's definitely a problem. Yeah. There's a toxicity there with that. Like if, like for me personally, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna put on like I feel like there's an attitude of I'm gonna do a wig for like a special occasion.
Is it?
You know what I'm saying? Like that it needs to be that, and I don't think that's healthy personally. Like I don't.
Do you know what it is as well? Because the part of me is like, if you want to do certain things for special occasions, like I understand that, like, because people do like there's people that don't wear makeup at all, and then on their birthday they want to wear makeup. Like, there's nothing wrong with special occasions, but I think the issue I have is saying that the other thing isn't good enough for this special occasion. Yeah, if you just say you want to have a wig for your birthday, I want to treat myself. There's nothing wrong with that. Go forth. But it's when you say that you don't think braids is good enough for that. Yeah. Change your hairdresser, love.
I think that's where I guess that this whole topic is coming from. You know what I'm saying? Trying to ask ourselves pretty much, look, are we as a community doing enough to actually make people believe, especially the younger generation, that, you know, your natural hair, the braids, the whatever it may be, is good enough? Is it not, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that it's there's not enough things that, there isn't anything out there, but is there enough things out there? Because a 16-year-old, in an ideal world, shouldn't be thinking this. Pardon me. Her friends shouldn't be thinking this. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, but that's just to do with culture today, though, because I'm seeing girls who are 16. I first got weave. Was it even weave or was it a wig? But basically in uni, when I was 21. I was not 21 in uni. That's a lie. I was taking my birthday bob, but that was a nice bob for my 21st birthday. Anyways, no, it was my first year of uni, actually. That was the first time. No, it was weave, actually. It was weave. And that was the first time I ever got weave. But today I'm seeing kids in secondary school with like inches down to their bum and stuff like that. But because that's the trend. That's what the trend is. The trend is not black women's natural hair. The trend is the wigs and stuff. But I don't think that's something that anybody should be taking on necessarily to educate the younger generation, because it's like makeup. I didn't wear makeup until I was 18. But then there's kids who I grew up with in school who wear makeup from year 7, from year 8, from whatever. So I feel like it's one of those things where, again, it comes to what I was saying yesterday about people minding their business. I think that what people need to do is pour into their own communities and their own circles. And that's the attitude that goes out into the world.
Yeah.
Like my niece sees me with wigs, she sees me with my natural hair, she sees me with braids, she sees me with everything. And my little sister, they see me with everything. And I always speak life into them about their hair as well. I always compliment their hair, like, so they know that braids and all this stuff is nice for all occasions. Is that I am doing that work within my household. I'm not going to be going to schools. Actually, maybe I could, but I don't think that's a general attitude of all young people. So saying that we're not doing enough, okay, I would like to know what the person who wrote in is also doing in the time. But I think sometimes with certain things and certain attitudes, because the thing with hair is such a deep topic. It might not sound like it because it's hair, but hair is a very, very deep thing for Black women. And so that's something that there's a conversation that needs to be had continuously. It's not just something to pop in and out and be like, oh, we have that conversation, or what are we as a society doing, What we can do as a society is in your circles, in your nieces and your nephews and the young kids in your area and stuff like that, is letting them appreciate and understand, talk to them and teach them and all that kind of stuff. That's what we can do as a society. It's not for us to band together on Oxford Street and start, showing placards around the place.
Yeah, I mean, definitely agree with you that, at the end of the day, sometimes just the little things make a big difference. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, in your communities and things of that nature. But I think if you're somebody who's passionate about it and you're doing your part in your community and you feel like, wait a minute, there's just a bigger force out there outside of my community or outside of my immediate circle that's really making these younger kids feel like, you know what, their natural hair is not good enough, you're going to feel some type of way. You know what I'm saying? I think this is where this type of topic is coming from.
But the issue is, I think sometimes when there's something that needs to be addressed as a social issue, I think sometimes people spend so much time trying to get people to rally up with them that it wastes time in doing something.
Do something like what though?
No, but that's what I would like to know. I would like to know what the person who wrote in, I don't know if they're in the chat right now, but if they could say what it is that they think as a society we could do and what it is that they're personally doing, not as me calling them out or anything like that.
Yeah.
But I'm interested because sometimes people will be like, oh, this is such an issue in society, and they wait for everybody to see the issue as them for then something to be done. There's something that can be done without that being the case. If you like braids for your birthday and whatnot, then wear braids for your birthday and post it on Instagram and stuff like that. And you don't know where that will reach and whatnot. Do you get what I mean? Like there's little things that people can be doing individually. I don't think that we always have to wait for everybody to rally with you for it to be a thing of like, what are we as a society? I think I've just heard, what are we as a society doing for so long now, for many years now, and I'm seeing people not do anything, but waiting for we as a society to do something. And it sounds like a pointless conversation to me because you could do things.
I definitely get what you're saying. I think for me, because of where this question's coming from, I'm kind of just assuming she is somebody who wears natural hair, braids, switches between whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I'm assuming she's kind of concerned about, okay, as a community, like you mentioned before, 16-year-olds, you've got, what's the thing?
Long weave.
Long weave all the way
Yeah.
down to the backside and all that.
Yeah.
Like, why at that age? But
That's
at the
in
same
they've got
time,
parents though.
but this is it. But their parents may be, I don't know, not even that much older than us, because obviously they're like 16, right? But then, like, what's going on? Like, where the attitude changes that is going to affect them at 16 to actually see the world differently. Because at the end of the day, one thing that I kind of disagree on when you mention is kind of like makeup. Yeah, obviously, you may want to elaborate about that part. But like with the makeup thing, I feel like it's just kind of dependent on who you are. But generally speaking, it will just enhance what you are, right? But with the hair thing, you can change your identity. You know what I'm saying?
You can't. It's the same thing. I disagree with that because hair and makeup can both make you look different.
Yeah, I think
It's the same thing. It's the same. And the thing with makeup as well, the reason why I'm against, the reason I'm against young people wear makeup is that it's got to do with your self-identity the same way your hair can.
Yeah.
So the same way your hair can make you feel less confident, you feel like you're only confident when you're more confident when you got weave than when you have braids. It's the same with makeup. You can feel like I'm more confident when I've got makeup on when I don't have a thingy. Yeah. Both things are ways to essentially edify or to change your beauty. Yeah. That's why I disagree with that. But what were you gonna say, Christy? Sorry.
When you say identity, as in our black identity, is that what you're speaking it to?
Yeah. Because I could be minding my business and see. Because the thing with makeup is, I only know you're wearing makeup if I look at your face, right? But if your hair, you could be minding your business, and I'm seeing you from behind, and I think you're a Malaysian woman. Yeah, but you're a Brazilian woman.
But how's that a problem?
It's not about a problem. It's just
BFF.
about. It's just about. She's a BFF.
No, for real. I want to know how that's a problem. Like, how is that? How is that
Yeah, I
issue
don't know that
that's
you're
brought to the,
looking
to the,
and then you're. Yeah.
I'm telling you, that's a fact.
No, but you're seeing the black hand, so you must
No,
be.
but you
like,
may not. You may not.
So
though.
when you're
yeah, but
seeing.
okay,
Because
even
imagine
if you
you're-
just see the black, like, what does that do?
It's not about what it does. It's the fact that based on your appearance, which you've changed, right? Up to you to change, but you've changed your appearance because that's not your natural hair. I can't tell that that's who you are.
But why do you need to tell what someone is? Like, what difference does it make to your existence?
Then why care about the skin color we have? Why not bleach them? If it means nothing, if our identity is not linked to how we look phenotypically.
No, but it's different because you're saying skin bleaching is different because what you're talking about with hair, you're saying you're seeing someone from the back and the hair is straight. If you saw Christy from the back and the hair is straight, what you're gonna say because it's not in the Afro puff?
what
think
would you
she's
say
what?
then?
What do you think she is?
What do you think I was?
No,
Then?
but if I was looking at you and I saw you from behind, I wouldn't think that you're Malaysian.
Why do you think other people are Malaysian?
Because maybe the hairs go all the way down to the backside and it looks
but
a particular way.
But you know there's black people with long hair like that.
Yeah, but it's definitely not the majority.
You know, if
No, a lot of Jamaican women actually have seen a lot of Jamaican women having very long hair.
You know, if my hair is fresh and it make my head be it'll be the whole
Like-
bar, mate. It'll be
No, no,
moving the same way though. So
No, but
It's sweating
even
the same way.
you wouldn't
No, but
may
even
not.
if it did, there's still something about your hair because even no matter what you're saying right now, even when it does all that stuff that you're talking about, yeah, it's not the same as when I see a Caucasian person's hair, a Brazilian person's hair, Venezuelan person's hair. It's not the same. Why are we wasting time talking about this? Like we know there's a difference, and so I'm just simply saying, phenotypically, our ethnicity is linked to that. It's the reason why I can look at you and say, "Oh, yeah, you're a woman." You can look at me and say, "Oh, you're a woman."
Yeah, your point's on landing.
You know what I'm saying? Huh?
That one's on landing.
Good.
But it's a fact though.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
It's all facts.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon.
How does it sound now, Stacey?
There's a little bit of an echo, but it's echoing.
Morning, Stacey.
As in
Put 'em in
you
the
are
delay.
echoing?
Hey guys. Like I can hear myself. There's like a reverb type deal.
Okay, but can you still
Yeah.
manage?
I should be able to. It wasn't as. I'll try to ignore it.
Thank you.
Try to ignore it. I actually have a little bit to say about this one, and it wasn't until very recently in the conversation, and I dropped a couple notes in the chat, but the one where you guys are talking about old girl and her 16th birthday, I actually have the opposite take, and it might just be the type of girlies that I was around at 16, but for us when we were turning 16, it was more so about being able to wear hairstyles than it was about being able to wear weave. And I don't want to flip the conversation, but I think this is a very convenient conversation to highlight some of the negative ways that we as Black women, maybe not including myself, but a lot of Black women view hairstyles and what they project it meaning onto our young girls.
That's a word.
For context, why is it a such thing that we have hairstyles that are deemed as grown? Like that is the dumbest shit ever. Like there were certain hairstyles when I was a kid where it was like a middle part. Oh my God, I never understood that. When I got my hair straightened as a kid, because sometimes you do that. You gotta get a trim every now and then.
Yeah.
So you go to the hairdresser, they straighten your hair, all that stuff, do a trim. A middle part, there was no child walking out of the salon with the middle part. Absolutely not. Get a little side part, maybe throw a curl in there, but like a straight, absolutely not. That's grown.
Yeah.
What is that? Because it's her hair. I feel like that should be the conversation. Weaves, maybe this is a new gen issue, but when I was 12, 13, 14, 15, there were girls who did have not full-blown weaves all the time. We used to call them tracks. Like they would put a couple glue in tracks.
Tracks.
And we were making fun of those girls.
Yeah.
That's why your hair not real.
Yeah.
That would be an instant like, oh yeah, you lost. Like,
that's the thing.
the
I feel like
girls
hair's
really
such a
were
deep
not messing with
conversation.
weaves.
Yeah.
Same with makeup. It wasn't really a thing until maybe you got into your junior year of high school right when you're about to graduate for girlies to really pop out with 2016 we were like 16, 17, like when we started doing the whole cut crease eyeshadow, the whole brows and contour and all that stuff. Like that's when the girls would start to do that, but that really wasn't until you're about to be in college for real. And the girls who were getting into it, myself included, it wasn't a thing to do every day. It was a thing where let me learn to practice on my face now, so when I get to college, I'm not out here with entry-level makeup. So I really think the identity crisis that does come with hair. Oh, one more thing, sorry. I think a party that we also don't spend enough time talking about that has a big impact on how Black women view hair, especially when it comes to natural textures, are some of these girlies with the, I don't know, what is it, 2C, 3C, the wet curl hair. Because they used to be on the playground talking about I have the good hair. My edges lay with water and baby lotion. Girl,
no baby lotion.
but for, their hair actually does that. Kudos to you. But the people who had 4C type hair, like hair that bit back a little bit when you had to comb it out, like they thought that there's something wrong with my hair. And I had a weird experience because my hair is not the baby lotion and water lay, but my hair also doesn't really have like a kink curl type. Like when I wet my hair doesn't curl up or shrink. Like it kind of just looks like a wet blow dried afro. Weird. So like I don't really understand like the roots of some of this like hair battle because I didn't experience it like that. If anything, I was projected to think that my hair was quote unquote the better hair, but I never really looked at it like that. For me, it was just like, okay, my hair might be a little bit easier to deal with, but I'm not looking at it as a superiority complex. At the end of the day, like I don't have the wet curl hair like the other girls have. That's the max extent. But anyway, to highlight, I think the major conversation here is more so Black adults and the projection of grown hair that really was just the girls finding different things to do to their hair.
Yeah. You know, that's an important thing because I was actually going to bring up, but I forgot, the hair elitism. That there's a whole thing. There's just a whole thing about feeling like, because I think Ima said something that made me think about that, but I forgot. When you said about maybe the person that wrote it, maybe she wears a natural hair a lot. Yeah. There's a whole thing when women who wear the natural hair the most feel like they are better than everybody else because they don't wear makeup, because you because you don't wear makeup and you don't do anything to your hair and until you feel like you're a better woman. Skin pick me, but you feel like you're a better woman than than a girl who wears weave and stuff like that. I feel like at the end of the day, like European people
around,
Second?
I feel like it's the other way around.
Nah,
I feel like
the natural girls.
No, I know. I hear what you're saying, but I feel like there are certain aspects of women who look down
100%.
on me because I don't wear a bust down wig.
Yeah.
How can you turn up to an event? How dare you turn up to an event without a bust down wig on? You're not even doing anything.
Yeah. You're right, actually. Yeah, it's it works both ways.
There is elitism.
Yeah, there's elitism in the hair space as is anyway. But I feel like when it comes to hair, like your hair is linked to your identity, and you should be able to express that in the same way that you do your clothing and stuff. So I'm not upset. That's why I said that if someone says to me that wearing a wig is what they want to do, I'm not necessarily going to link that to you don't like your natural hair, or you don't like this. If this is how they want to express themselves, that's how they want to express themselves. And it's a great point actually that Stacey you brought up about adults projecting the meanings that we've put onto hair onto younger kids. Because that's why I guess that's what I do when I see the 16-year-olds wearing long weave and stuff like that, I do project. But I think with me, when it comes to these things, is because I always think about how you I think about it in terms of your self-confidence and your self-esteem and stuff like that, and feeling like what you are is not good enough for the society that says you have to be this thing. That's how I always think about it. But ultimately, it's just people doing what it is that they want to, expressing themselves however they want to express themselves. And I feel like people should have a right to do that and just accept that everyone has different tastes, accept that people have different tastes in their clothing, in the way they dress, and also in the way they want to express their hair. It's just is what it is, really.
So go on, Stacey.
I was gonna say, for context, when I was talking about hairstyles that I think adults were projecting, I was talking more like putting color in hair.
Yeah.
There are a lot of there's a big, maybe it's a LA thing, but there's a group not a group. A lot of Black women think that box braids is a grown hairstyle.
Really?
Like I have been told about myself for telling like a child, like, oh, maybe you should get box braids, and like, I'm not putting box braids in my kid's hair. That's grown.
It's more like cane braids at that age, isn't it?
What's box
For
braids?
for me,
Racist
my
thing
mom
to
was
say.
ready to put some box braids in my hair
Hair
because
braids.
I don't have to touch your hair for a month. It's like it's not
Yeah.
about grown. And when it came to weave, I think that a big part of it, when you get to a certain inch, yes, it does become a little bit grown. But I don't think it's about the hairstyle. It's about the cost. Like to buy 26-inch bundles at 14 when you're not even old enough to be employed.
It's crazy.
We need to have a conversation
The
about
parents are
money management in your house.
Crazy.
The parents are balling.
Like that was my mom's issue. Like my mom never projected like, oh, that's a grown hairstyle. It was really just the black women in my salon who were just like, I'm not sitting out of the salon with no middle part, no color. Like it was that. I grew up in Compton. That's just the type. That's the culture. But
Don't you think there's
when
a
it
problem
came
with
to
dressing
stuff
up
like
kids
that,
too grown from too young though?
yeah,
Make them force
but
right.
I
It's a
think
problem. It's not just it's hairstyles, it's makeup, it's dress styles. There's certain things that are like for adults. You know what I'm trying to say? Like these little kids could be getting sexualized and them thing there. Just people are too quick to like just make little kids be too grown sometimes. Ain't that a
Margs,
thing?
you are making me think of a good question though. Is there a standard? And I'm asking this to everybody. Is there a standard where we think that the grown thing actually does apply? Was it yesterday we were talking about being hypocritical? I think that there might be some room for some justified hypocrisy here. I'm willing to admit that I have some justified hypocrisy when it comes to this too. But is there a standard where we think this is inching on being grown?
Do you know? I think for me it's a bit tricky when it comes to kids acting grown and stuff like that. Like who was the guest we had? And she was talking about the adultification
Of
black
girls.
women. I think that's what she's doing her PhD in.
Yeah, black girls. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a bit tricky because a young black girl can wear a vest top that's sold in a shop. She didn't get it from the adult section; she got it from the kids section, and she can be sexualized. I feel like when it comes to kids being sexualized, I don't put that on the kids or the parents for how they've dressed the kid. It's more to do with the mind of the person who is sexualizing the child, because growing up, like even wearing the skirts and stuff, it's like, oh, don't wear that kind of skirt because like I feel like when it comes to how kids dress and the policing of their kids' dress is always to do with how adults are going to see them. And I feel like there's more emphasis placed on kids not dressing that way rather than having conversations to make adults stop adultifying kids. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I don't know if that's making sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like with that, I feel like the emphasis should be more on the adults and how adults just see children as children and stop putting adult qualities on children. And I think with hair and makeup as well, I'm not for makeup at a young age. My sister's like 13 and I've made it clear as day that she's not allowed to wear makeup because for me, makeup and stuff like that, I link it to how it is you see yourself. I link it to self-worth. I link it to, I think it's very, very important for the foundation of a young person to be that you love yourself in your natural state without makeup or anything like that. And then you can, as you go along, then you can decide to do a bit of this and play with that and play with that. I just don't think it's healthy at that young age because then you start to get used to how it is you're seeing yourself. And we see that even with filters with adults where you can't not take a picture without a filter because when you have a filter, you like how you look, but that's not your reality. So that's the reason why I'm big on these things, not necessarily because I am adultifying children or because it's a thing where it's a grown thing. It's more to do with the identity and it's more to do with the self-confidence that they end up growing up with because it could be a slippery slope.
I fully agree with you, but obviously, in case you said this already, correct me if you did say it, but I would see the hair thing is just the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like if there's like a 14-year-old or a 13-year-old who's got a wig on, that's all the way down here.
I would view that as a problem.
That's how I see
I'm
it.
not 100% viewing it as a problem. There's no way in hell my daughter can be 13, 14, walking around with a 23-inch wig,
Exactly.
lace wig. Impossible. I would actually feel like I failed as a mother.
You know
What
what?
is about stuff like that though?
I think.
No, go on, Stacey.
Go ahead.
No, go, babe.
I was gonna say it's not. I think when it comes to that, it's how you do it. Because I'm thinking back on some of the hairstyles that, like, the girls who did have tracks in their hair, or they had color in their hair, did it. Their parents weren't doing it in ways that was quote unquote grown. I think there is a level of grown that I'm like, and that's why I meant by justified hypocrisy. I'm saying we shouldn't have like a grown, like we shouldn't say this is grown, but I do understand where people might be coming from, where they say certain hairstyles are grown, but for the most part, the more widely accepted groans are the one that don't make sense to me. But some of the things that I did see, I didn't see really hair past 12 inches. Like the mom would give the girl like a really cute like bob with bangs, like a very childish hairstyle that you wouldn't wear as an adult. Or like maybe your daughter was into like Hannah Montana type stuff, and obviously she can't put a little, plastic hair piece from the store, so the mom might throw a pink track in her hair. That's like a kid, like not
Being a kid,
expressing themselves. Yeah, like that type of stuff to me is fine, but I'm not going to with clothes. I'm sorry. Some of the things that like I don't think it's a parent thing. Like I think we've thought when sometimes kids do adult things, it's cute and innocent. Like my 3-year-old is not going to be out here with like triangle crop tops and flare pants. Like no, like
how can you laugh at
the outfit. No, because I've seen some of these things on like Instagram and like,
and they feel like
some of it can be costuming. Yeah, like some of it can be costuming. Like maybe you're doing it for like not a skit, but like some. I know when it comes to hair, makeup, outfits, sometimes there are girls who are in cheer or in dance or in like it was part of the aesthetic of what it was that they're doing. But I'm not gonna casually be dressing my daughter up in a Fashion Nova look that just comes in a size 3T. Like where do they do that at? Like I'm just no. Like I can see why somebody would call that. But the bigger issue here is the other things, like when adults are sexualizing children, when really and truly a lot of this stuff be innocent. Like there are some people who their hard line is my daughter's not wearing a 2-piece bikini. Relax, they have Paw Patrol bikinis.
Okay. Get him a Peppa Pig one and shut up.
The Coco fellas is out here doing it in them little bikinis because they're cute, but it's not a sexual type thing. Like exactly, but like I can see where the line is drawn when it's like an outfit with the triangle top. Like it's a kid. Like if she's on the playground, I don't want her little nipples to be out because that's nakedness, and I'm not promoting that for a 4-year-old. So same with hair. Same with hair. Let the kids express themselves.
Yeah, I think just let kids express them. And I think also as well with like hair, like for black girls, like getting your hair done is such an exciting thing. So even as much as if I see a kid with like a weave and stuff, I hold myself from seeing a little bit of information and then running wild with it as if I have the full picture. Because I don't know what kind of day that child is. I don't know if that child has been begging their mum for flipping long, and mum is like, okay, just today. Like I don't know the context behind this thing. And I think that people know their children well. Like if you know that your child has got self-confidence, like people just know their kids well. So I kind of refrain from. I try to hold back my thoughts fully because I don't know the context behind it. Like I even saw a thing online. It was like this kid. I thought it was really good parenting, by the way. But this kid was basically bullying a black kid in the school, saying that black kid's hair wasn't nice, blah blah blah. And then the mum made the child go and apologize to the kid in person. Called up the other kid's parent, the bullied kid's parent. And then said the child has got an appointment coming up, but she'll be taking the bullied kid instead. And I just thought that was perfect. It was a hair appointment. She's like, you're making fun of this child. I didn't raise you to be doing stuff like that. And guess what? She's gonna go to your hair appointment, and she's gonna have the hairstyle that you said you wanted and you thought you could bully her with. I feel like with kids and like with black kids and getting your hair done, like it's one of the most exciting things for me. Like I just love getting my hair done. So I try not to pass judgment in terms of. I try not to. It's hard not to, but I try not to because I don't have the full picture. It's like seeing a tweet and assuming that that's the person's entire life. It's difficult. Yeah, I don't know. I just try not to.
But I think, Esther,
sorry?
I think where there's smoke, there is fire. Sometimes I don't fault I think these projections that Black women do project did come from a place. Like I don't think people woke up and decided to be crazy one day. Like think about the girls who were wearing bust downs at 15, 16. Like, at least where I grew up, there were some of them I was like, it was innocent. And a lot of those girls who did have the innocent hairstyles, their moms happened to be hairstylists. So they very much knew kind of the range of what they could do with pieces and stuff like that. Yeah. Man, like I was jealous. But when it got to around high school time, some of the girlies who were out here with the bust downs, it wasn't about I want to express myself. It's I'm trying to attract the niggas.
Yes,
Yep.
And that's where I say it's not about your kid wearing the weave. because it could just be, I think this hairstyle is cute. It requires me to have some tracks. Maybe my hair might not be long enough, or it just would last a little bit longer if I have a track or two. But it was some other girls who, Mom, your daughter is a little bit into niggas a little too early. Maybe let her do the ponytail puff for a little longer. Not to humble her.
And that's why I bring up motivations.
Is ill.
I always think about it to do with your identity and the kind of confidence that you might have. But also as well, I think with all of this as well, this is why I'm very pro mind your business, because I think people are on different journeys. There's people that like someone may today be wearing weave all the time and wigs all the time and whatnot, but they're gonna grow in their personal journey to get to a point where you know what, actually I want to embrace my natural hair more, and they might just be a natural hair girly. So I think sometimes people try to project their journey and their awakening on other people, and sometimes you just have to let people's stories play out for them the way it's meant to, and let them reach that point when they're ready to reach that point. That's why I don't get the elitism stuff. I mean, I definitely don't get the elitism stuff when it's natural hair girlies kind of looking down at women who don't have natural hair. But when it's the other way around, when it's the girls with the weaves and stuff, thinking that they're prettier than other, it's not even I'm irritated by them, because I think it's very pathetic and it's very shallow, because all your beauty is tied to this thing. And I think it's weird to project that onto other people. But I feel like it's just projecting in many ways. And I just think sometimes you just have to let people deal with their own journey and let them get to that point of appreciating and embracing their natural state when it's time for them to do that. You are in that place now. Good for you. Congratulations. Let people have their moment.
And you don't know people's pockets. The girls are out charging $1,000 for box braids.
Does that as well?
Box braids used to be $100. Like, and for me, my hair straightens very easy. Like, I often wear my hair just straightened, just like Christy. But I also very often wear a U-part wig, because in college, I graduated college 2021. So I was in school maybe 2017 to 2021. And that's kind of when the skyrocket of prices in hair happened. And like y'all know, I went to HBCU. If you knew how to cornrow and your friend knew how to sew, oh baby, you had a weave. Yeah. Because we don't have to pay for nothing. I'm going to braid your hair. You're going to sew my hair in, or I'm going to make you a U-part. I'm going to do the cornrows, and we had a circle going. And I do that to this day. I cornrow my own hair. I make my own wigs. It's easy. It's very cost effective for me to simply do a braid down, pop in the U-part or whatever, and go. It's easy. So anyway.
I agree. Stacey, before you go, I just want to ask one of the questions that the person who submitted this asked, right? Do you think this might be an obvious answer, but do you feel like notable black people should be more conscious of their hairstyles because of people like that's looking at them, their fans?
Do you know why I think that's such a shit take? We talked. Was it this show that y'all were talking about, conscious rap, and like Little Sims, or who? What was it? Somebody else?
Was us. You know, the man that talked about is in the room.
Oh no, but it was y'all. Sorry, I watched so many podcasts today. But think about the way we talked about the conversation. How I'm using this as a pivot, so stay with me here. When we talk about Black women in music and how the girlies who are doing conscious rap, non-sexualized rap, lyricists to the T, don't get the same attention. There are also girlies who are committed to the whole natural hair thing that equally do not get the same attention. Alicia Keys don't never do no makeup. There was a point where she changed like her whole aura to I'm not doing the wigs, I'm not doing the weaves, I'm not doing the makeup. The Super Bowl she popped out, but like costume.
Yeah, there was. I remember the area where she was like, I'm not wearing. I'm in no makeup girl. And she was like just out with freckles, everything.
Yeah.
And she be committed to that to this very day. Issa Rae. Do we look at Issa Rae as a oh my God, beautiful woman? I'm not saying she's hit, but like she's very pretty, but she doesn't get the same. I'm not saying we should sexualize her, but we don't. People don't lust after her 100%. The way we lust after some of these Instagram girls. So don't get twisted. It's a lot of women, prominent women, who are doing it. I'm trying to think. Whoopi Goldberg is bad example, but like there are a lot of women.
No, but Halle and Chloe. People are always cussing Halle and Chloe.
Exactly.
These girls are in the industry with locks. Like with locks, they've been growing since they were kids.
There are so
Yeah.
many women.
Lupita
So many women who are
don't do
doing
anything.
it.
Lupita, yeah,
And-
that's true. Lupita as well. And I think that's the issue, though. That's the issue I have when it comes to wanting to find role models. I feel like I never believe that argument is as innocent as it sounds, because it sounds like
Yeah.
you just want. It sounds like a form of trying to control or trying to criticize people that don't live. It's a form of judging people, because like Stacey's saying, there are people who cater. Who meets that? There are people who are celebrities who don't really wear makeup. There was a white celebrity even the other day that was on a red carpet and she didn't have no makeup. I can't remember who it was, and it was a whole thing in the headlines. Which this is her vibe. But yeah, there's celebrities who don't wear makeup. There's celebrities who have natural hair. There's celebrities who only will ever have like braids. What's that woman from Orange is the New Black? The black woman. Yeah. Whenever I see her a lot, and she's got I see a lot with braids and stuff. There's many people like that. But again, because there's another people, if your heart really was looking to people to motivate you and keep you going your natural journey, you would tap into those people. But your issue is that the people that are not dressing like that, you have an issue with them. And so you point those ones out and want them to be role models when already you actually do have role models. But I have a different thought about this whole thing about looking to people as role models.
Yeah, I was
Public
going to say, I'm not mad at, I'm also not trying to, I don't think it's beneficial for us to flip the coin completely on its other face, because then we're going to have natural hair, which is not wrong because it's natural hair, but like there's no, we always argue that Black people are not a monolith, but then we try to put ourselves into these monolithic, the only thing that is beautiful on Black women is not natural hair. Like there's a spectrum. Our hair is the most moldable hair that exists on this planet. Like you can go from having straight hair to having curly hair to having like a natural way to putting it in a wig. You can have a new hairstyle quite literally every day.
Yeah.
I'm
And
sorry.
that's so exciting,
Cindy,
man.
Lucy, Jennifer and Hilda cannot do that. Like their hair only goes so far. So we can't, I also don't want the natural girls to typecast a certain type of hair or wearing your natural hair as being the only thing that's beautiful. And we're seeing it live in person because the 4C girlies are trying to, and this is another hair superiority type thing.
How could I forget?
Yeah. The 4C girlies, and this was a conversation on social media not too long ago, are almost making people feel bad for not wanting to wear their natural hair.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said earlier, it's sometimes an affordability thing. I'm sorry, if I'm a mom of 4 or 5 girls, which is a lot of people's life, like I cannot pay $1,000 a head to be getting braids all the time. I also don't have the time to commit to keeping moisture and like doing a whole hair care routine for all these kids plus mine. So I might have a wig while, somebody whose hair might be a little easier to straighten or is a little more manipulative with straightening, I'm going to do a straighten. I'm going to do what's easiest. And when you find your style that looks right on you, that is beautiful.
Yep. A word.
So,
girl, you said it. You said it all, to be honest.
Thank you.
Thanks, Stacey.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. Let's get into our next headlines.
Let's do it. All right, people. So our next headline, the mayor is being accused of virtue signaling nonsense.
Nah, say his name.
Yeah.
Say the mayor.
I'm
It could be anybody.
not trying to save him.
It could be the guy from Powerpuff Girls.
Sadiq Khan.
Silly man.
Well, this is because of a £6.3 million rebrand of commuter rail lines. Apparently, this is to honour the Windrush generation.
Can you imagine? How did they done ship them back?
They're trying to make amends.
Bring them back. Just don't leave them where they are and talk about you're trying to make amends. Silly guy.
The Windrush
Who
line,
asked for this?
Can you imagine?
Who
the Windrush
actually-
line.
The
No,
Windrush
wait.
line.
Who
That's a
asked
no-
for
that's
this?
a no meaning.
It's like an
That's a
underground
no.
railroad. Do you know how much they say the Windrush line?
It's like,
There's better than the suffragette line. Are these men foolish?
no,
They are.
Like, no, but
They are.
they're literally just playing in our face and they're just
Bro.
parading it.
All right, watch this, yeah.
No, but can we deep here? Because the other day we were all laughing at Porsche talking about the underground railroad. Do you know what I mean? And then here you go with a railroad line. After you have made a whole thing to send people back, even the ones who said they don't even know where they're going back to, you didn't care. You're still trying to now pay influencers to be shipping people to Rwanda. They're not helping themselves. They're all one and the same people.
Well,
Anyway.
yeah, man. A £6.3 million rebrand of commuter rail lines to honour the Windrush generation and suffragettes has provoked a row after Sadiq Khan's main election rival accused him of virtue signalling nonsense. 6 London Overground routes will be renamed and given different colours on the tube map, right? So Transport for London said that changes to the orange-coloured Overground, often referred to as the Ginger Line, I've never heard that in my life, but would make it easier for passengers to navigate the network and celebrate London's diversity. The Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, said, "This is a hugely exciting moment, transforming how we think about London's transport network."
Huh?
Yeah, I'm just reading what he said. But given each of the Overground lines distinct colours and identities will make it simpler and easier for passengers to get around. In reimagining London's tube map, we are also honouring and celebrating different parts of London's unique local history and culture. The new names and colours have been chosen through engagement with passengers, historians, and local communities, reflecting the heritage and diversity of our amazing city. So based on that last line, though, because it sounded like he's saying he consulted people within our community, right? Do you guys feel differently? Let me just repeat what he said. The new names and colours have been chosen through engagement with passengers, historians, and local communities, reflecting the heritage and the diversity of our amazing city.
Wait, what are we talking about? Like Kylian Mbappe knocking them?
But she's not a historian.
Saying
And she's
you're
not part of-
saying you're consulting historians. Okay, you already had the plan in your mind. You go into them. They're gonna. What else are they gonna say?
I mean, they
And
could,
it,
they
no, but
could
it depends
say
what kind of historians you're consulting, though.
This is true.
If you're consulting historians that are deep in European history, love, because they didn't say black historians. Did they say African historians?
No, they didn't.
Did they say Caribbean historians?
No, they
exactly.
didn't.
And this is how you get got. They said historians. You got to listen to what people say.
Yeah,
Historians. That could be anybody. It could be his mates from school who teach history, and he's like, "Oh, what do you think about this? Oh yeah, we're gonna do that." I want to say they're consulting historians, probably to get what names to call things, not to ask them with their opinion on it. That's not to say, "Do you think it's a good idea?"
Exactly.
Do you think it's insulting to the culture? It's more like, okay, so which one? We'll do Windrush. Okay, we'll do suffragettes. Okay, which other black
They
history
already
is there?
came with the idea.
Do that, yeah.
They just said, "Oh, what do you think we should name the line?" That's all they probably did.
They didn't consult them to ask their opinion and get. Do you know what I mean? To get their opinion on whether the community will like it. It's just so they can align. They can put the right history to what culture essentially.
Okay, all right, watch this though. We obviously complain about how certain things occur in this country and things of that nature, yeah. Why are we seeing this as a bad thing? If, for example, they're doing something that commemorates certain things.
Do you think it's a good thing?
No, I'm asking the question. I'll get to my thing afterwards. I'll get to my thing afterwards.
You asked 3 questions now, so let's ask you a question and we can refer back to us. What do you think about this? I'm interested.
Honestly, I see everything as token gestures. You know what I'm saying? I'm not concerned about the naming of things. I'm concerned about the content of the thing. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think this is going to change anything for black people. But I'm just trying to see it from the perspective of somebody who's offended our community and is trying to say, you know what? Cool. We messed up with the Windrush. We found about your contribution to this country. We want to try and make things right. We label something the Victoria line. Maybe it's after Queen Victoria, right? Cool. We're commemorating her. We're respecting her. We want to do something for the Windrush generation. Is that a bad thing?
How many?
What line are they changing?
So all of these lines didn't have proper names. I think there was just North London line, East London line, stuff like that. It was just basic lines.
Basic lines.
So they're not changing
for people that they think are basic.
Oh.
See?
So they're not changing like the
they're not
Jubilee of the
changing
district. or
crumbs.
something like that.
No. No, but these are no. They've got lines though, innit? But these
No,
other
but
lines.
didn't they change one recently though? There was a line they changed. They changed the name recently.
Did they?
Yes, they're able to. If you wanted to really say you're sorry,
No.
make the circle line black people line.
Oh my.
No, this is
Do something like that.
No, I think because they're extending, like I think parts of the overground, they're now gonna call it that part of the.
Oh, okay, the extension.
Yeah, the
No,
extension.
but some of these are not being extended. These
Isn't
are just,
it?
No,
'Cause
no.
when I
some
saw
of these
This
are
is
not.
even
when I
worse.
saw the
Bro, we got
no,
crumbs.
when I saw the
This is
routes,
even
they
worse.
weren't stations that were in existence.
No, these are well in existence. Sure.
Is it?
Yeah.
So what? The East London line basically they're
It's
going
all
to call
overground.
it the East London line. They won't call it East London line anymore. They're going to change that one.
Exactly.
No, but it was never.
It was never called the East London line.
East London line
It was, the orange was East London
yes,
line.
it
Yeah,
was
it's
East
East
London
London
line,
and
but
North London
the East London
never
line turned
heard
into the overground. So I don't understand what.
No, yeah, it's the same thing.
East London line is
It's the
overground.
same, yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah, but no one will call it East London line
So what's
anymore.
East
They
London
call
line?
it the overground now.
No, it's the overground trains, but the East London line.
I'm not gonna lie, I call it East London line.
I've never heard that.
Back
The orange one, it goes it goes from Highbury all the way down
That
to
one.
See, I
Croydon and that.
Yeah, I stopped calling it that when they did when it was a whole revamp and they extended it. Before, when it was just bloody from New Cross Gate to flipping Whitechapel, they were calling it the East London line.
Yeah.
But when they extended it, it became the Overground to me.
I hear what you're saying, but this is why they keep trying to give it a name, because no one knows the name. It's either Overground, East London line, and like you're rightfully saying, it's extending outside of East London, isn't it? So
No, that's
if
worse.
they want to give it a name,
I thought they was changing Central Line. I thought like Central
For
Line
black
weren't going to be
people.
Central Line no more. It was going to be Windrush Line, and that was still pissing me off.
So imagine now you got crumbs.
Yeah, but now this is
actually got
worse.
crumbs.
but is this crumbs though?
Yes.
Yeah, it just sucks.
It sucks. I don't know, man. So, in your opinion, then,
Yeah.
do you think that this is because you said for people that they feel like they've offended us, blah blah blah?
Yeah.
Do you feel like this makes amends?
No, not at all.
But do you think this is a good attempt to make amends?
The thing is, I would never. In fact, let me not say never. Most times, I just won't side with the oppressor, innit? But my thing is, I'm trying to see it from their perspective, and to see it from, okay, you know, if they were to actually choose certain people from our communities, right? People who may be university professors or whatever, and they sat down with them and said, guys, or even Windrush campaigners, right?
We know they didn't.
No, but I'm just saying if they did, because obviously I don't know, right? But I'm just saying if they did, right? Like, would those same people say what we're saying in this room? Would they be so against it? You know what I'm
What's
saying?
killing me is I asked you a question, you asked me a question back. I said, do you think this is a good...
I answered you.
You didn't. You just... No, you didn't. You went
Okay,
on to...
tell me, what's the question?
Do you think that this is a good attempt to make amends to people that you have offended?
Regarding our community, no.
So then that's why people don't like it then. So that's why people have the opinion that they have where they don't like it because... So it's not a thing of like... Because I get you're trying to see it from their perspective, but it's difficult to see it from their perspective because it looks like an empty token gesture.
Yeah.
So that's why people can't even be like, let me try and look at it from your perspective. Because even if I looked at it from their perspective, this isn't how you try to begin to make amends.
Okay, let me ask you this then. I know it's not exactly the same circumstances, but look at some of the other lines. The Lioness line, right? That's obviously to big up the England women's football team.
Yeah.
Again, did they ask for this?
They
Who
may
asked for
not,
this?
but this is the thing. They obviously didn't ask for it. I'm assuming anyway, right? Because I'm assuming some of these players are not even from London, right? But regardless. But regardless of that, though.
These sons, I'm sure they wouldn't want to be paid better.
Yeah, but they probably are
As
getting
lionesses.
paid. Yeah,
Than a stupid line.
Okay.
No, but
to get to
That
their
they're
football
never going
match.
to use.
No, but the thing is though, yeah, like their pay is not linked to Sadiq Khan's budget. You know what I'm saying? And he's just, I'm assuming here, trying to, celebrate the fact that for the first time ever, the Lionesses have won a major trophy. So do you think those people who are on the receiving end of this will say, you know what, I don't want no stupid lion?
Yes, they
Yes,
would.
they
Lionesses,
would.
because
The
they
Lionesses?
They would.
Okay, cool. No, I'm
because
just asking.
think about it as well. What was it they did for the NHS when they were out there
Yeah,
outside
clapping.
clapping for them every time? People are still striking to today.
Exactly. Yeah,
But you're clapping.
Yeah, exactly. Why did
I
they
can
name it
understand.
NHS line?
Do you know what I mean? I
What
can
they got-
understand.
They got the mild main line.
No, but I can understand. No, but even if they gave them an NHS line, yeah, they're gonna be annoyed because, bro,
We still complaining about the pay. So this,
I'm never gonna get to be on the line because I'm working for 15 hours.
it's even a slap in the face because the amount of money. That's what I'm saying. This must be these are introductions to new things because why is it if it's just old things they won't be spending this much money? No,
Well, I don't
I don't understand.
I don't know.
To change the labels on the London Tube map, it shouldn't cost that much.
Well, I don't know, man.
Because I'm just trying to help you understand. Like, it shouldn't be a thing where it's like, oh, like black people never appreciate. I'm not saying you said that, but like, it should be a thing where like, oh, be grateful. So at least they're trying to do something.
No,
Sometimes
people
at
gonna
least
have that
someone trying to do
attitude.
something is not enough.
No,
like,
I hear you.
Sometimes it's a slap in the face, and it was better when you didn't do anything. Because you sort of deported these people. Some people don't even know like how to even begin to trace their family. Like it was a whole thing. It was a whole thing. There was petitions being signed. Like it was a whole thing. A whole thing. And then now you're saying you're naming suffragette lines and this line and this line and you expect people to be like, oh, you know what, thank you so much. Sometimes being given a crumb is more insulting than not being given anything at all.
I mean, the only thing
He should have used that budget. Sorry, he should have used that budget to cancel that whole stupid £4 black water on a
100%.
black
Can you imagine?
I agree with that one, 100%.
That's how you show you're sorry, mate. That's how you show you're sorry. All black people go free. That's how you show you're sorry. Silly guy.
Well, for those people who want to become acquainted with these new lines, the highway in Islington to Clapham Junction, New Cross, Crystal Palace, West Croydon that Margs and Christy was just talking about is now called the Windrush line. Yeah, the Suffragette line is the Gospel Oak to Barking Riverside line.
No gospel. Okay, Rishi. No, Rishi. What's his other
No,
one?
that's the name of the
Sadiq.
station. That's the name of the
I
station.
know, but I'm seeing the wordplay there. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Suffragette, gospel. Okay, I see what you're doing there. Silly people.
The Euston to Watford Junction line. It's called the Lioness line. The Stratford to Richmond and Stratford to Clapham Junction line. That's the Mildmay line. And so this line honours the Mildmay Hospital in Shoreditch, which cared for patients in the 1980s AIDS crisis. The Weaver line. This refers to the to East End's historic textile trade, and this is from Liverpool
Weaver.
Street. This is from Liverpool Street to Cheshunt, and Liverpool Street to Enfield Town, Liverpool Street to Chingford. That line there, that's going to be called the Weaver line. And the last line, a very short one, is a Romford to Upminster. I think there's like 2 stops there. Romford, something else, and Upminster. And that's apparently celebrating freedom and the historical independence of
So
Havering.
2 stops is now
That's
a
called,
line.
That's called the Liberty line.
2 stops is a line.
Yeah.
But it didn't have a name
Where did
before.
it go from Liberty? From where? Romford
This
to where?
is so dumb.
Upminster.
Like,
To freedom.
like
Let
the,
go.
the stations you just. I get on the overground all the time. That line that they said is now going to be Windrush.
Type your
To
line,
me, when I
child.
go on it, it's going to be the overground line. I don't understand. Like this,
Yes.
it's not. I'm
That's
not going
not
to
the
view
line,
it.
though. That's
Am
the
I
hyphen.
stepping back in time?
But your children will see it
As soon as I
differently.
step onto the platform, I've now entered the Windrush
man.
era.
Do you know
But
something?
Christy,
What the hell?
when your kids say, "Mommy, why is it called the Windrush line?" You'll be able to
That's
tell
like
them.
the Sadiq Khan is an egg.
Because what if they start
That's
teaching
why.
them Windrush in school?
Yeah, I'd like to see that happen.
When what?
Because they're gonna.
Wait, what?
I would love to see. They would never do that.
Well,
Nah.
then we'll say, at least we got a line.
Exactly. The drip
They
feeding,
don't even
man.
celebrate Black History. So what the hell was the please, come on.
Do the people of colour month or something like that?
Well, Labour, they gave me £1,000 to talk about
Okay,
this.
well, we've got opposing view on here. D says, for the Windrush generation, this is significant. Can act as political pressure to the Home Office to progress the known issues. I'd like to see how that works out. Thank you, D. That's a good comment.
Could be. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man.
I'm interested to know how to pressure them. How?
I mean, it just started. Let's see.
If you didn't pressure them, did they get deported 3 years ago? It was before. I said it was like during pandemic or something like that.
Yeah, it might. Yeah. It might even be before that, you know.
So we think with overground lines is when the pressure's really going to hit.
Or at least for them to make proper amends and right all of the wrongs.
Do you know what I think they should do?
You know what I mean?
I think when people are on the overground line, while they can really make amends, is have an audio playing of like facts, interesting facts about Black culture.
That'd be a waste of money.
No, it wouldn't be.
Everyone goes with headphones now.
So who's giving them pressure then? That's because I'm trying to
I
link
think-
this to the pressure, because it's not a thing where like, say white people are going on the line
Yeah.
and they're seeing it's called the Windrush line.
Yeah.
They're gonna go and be like, oh, what is the Windrush?
No.
Then they go and Google and then go down a rabbit hole and see what the government did and blah 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 blah. Are you gonna tell me?
Honestly, Esther.
Don't make me throw something at you.
Honestly, Esther, you will be surprised.
I'll
I'll tell
be
you why.
shocked,
I'll tell
E-man.
you why. I'll tell you why. Because you know, like sometimes you're in the train and you see them poems, yeah. You might read the poem. You know what I'm saying? And you'd be like, okay, cool. Where's this poem from?
But that's the thing though. But if they did that, that's fair. But they're not gonna have facts and quotes from Windrush and stuff, or Black culture or anything like that.
Let's give them a chance.
You know, when everybody's getting on this line and we're squeezed up on this line, everyone's going to work. People complaining about the delays.
You think they're
Do
reading posters?
We are conscious.
That's during peak time. Wait till off peak.
Oh,
Maybe
people on their
people
phone. Have you been on the train? When I go on the trains here, everyone's just on their phone. There could be a naked man standing in front of them. They don't even have a clue.
This
Them
is why
people
you
that
should pay
sing
the audio.
This is what I say. So they waste of money. Listen, anyway, I do hope maybe
There's
this
even
will
going to be
apply some pressure.
confusion because if they announce the Windrush line, people are going to be like, no, where's the overground? This is what they're going to do.
Imagine people running out because they're on the wrong line.
Yeah, they'll be like, oh, the Windrush. They'll be like, I'm on the wrong train.
All right, let
I'm
me.
on the wrong line.
Let me.
And that is so British as well, you know.
But I guess that happens with any type of change, right? But let me ask you this though. Honestly though, do you feel like this, even if we are not happy about this, do you feel like at least for the next generation, this may be a good and effective way of kind of integrating everyone properly? Honestly.
But I think what?
This is kind of a effective way of integrating society properly or better.
Do you know what it is? I think it's difficult to make society care about things that they don't care about.
Okay.
That's the problem. I think that if there's little thing that they can do to make changing the names of the lines beyond changing the name of the lines. If you have facts and stuff like that's posted and stuff like that, like that does more than just changing the name of the line. And look, I didn't know there was the East London line. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
I just got on the train. This is where I'm going. I just get on it and that's that. Do you get me? I didn't know there was lines. The only names of lines I know is Elizabeth, the Circle, the District, the Metropolitan. Those are the only names I know because those are the only ones that people use regularly. So if you're going to make it a thing on a line that people don't even know, some people don't even know there's a name for, I think there's ways they can do it. They can have quotes from great leaders from those periods who fought for the freedom. And do you mean there's so many things that they can do? And I feel like had they consulted the right people, the right historians, maybe that idea would have come to the table. Do you know what I mean? I feel like you got to do more than just giving people a crumb and expecting them to be happy for them. I mean, I'm glad Dee had the opposite opinion. But again, like, had they renamed the lines and then like add something, a quote on there, or Stacey even said in chat, like have art or something beyond just renaming the line that also shows the culture, that celebrates it. Yeah. I think that they would have had more positive review. But giving names to something that I didn't even know had a name. Yeah. Seems like, okay, well done.
I agree with you. The only thing I would say is, obviously we are only hearing just the names now. They may do that though. They may,
now after the backlash, after his sing list has been torn, of course.
After listening to TDA, you know what I'm
there
saying?
You have it.
They may paint a few trains and say, you know what?
I hope
you know
so.
What I'm saying?
I hope so.
The irony of it changing to the Windrush line and all these specific stations like Denmark Hill and Peckham and Queen's Road and all of that. The irony is that it's all been gentrified anyway. The white people are going on it anyway. Look at that. And they want to change this to the Windrush line.
That's a good point.
It's mad.
All right, well,
all the best to everybody, Sha. last.
Our next headline.
30 minutes on the headline.
Our next headline.
Fighting for your people.
It's true, you know.
we're actually African. I don't know why we're in this. Anyway.
But Vladimir Putin has said that a Biden presidency is probably better for Russia than a Trump one. So Joe Biden presidency will be better for Russia than a Donald Trump one. This is what he was saying anyway when he was speaking to a pro-Kremlin journalist by the name of Pavel Zarubin in an on-camera interview on Wednesday. Asked by Zarubin about the upcoming US presidential election, Putin said that Biden would be better for Russia because he's a more experienced person, he's predictable, he is a politician of old formation. However, he added that Russia would work with any leader of the US that gains, the trust of the American people. Putin has a tradition of pontificating on US presidential politics. And in late 2015, the Kremlin leader praised Donald Trump as a bright and talented person without any doubt and cast Trump as the front runner for the election months ahead of the Republican National Convention. And the last headline, government sources said that extra money for Britain's defence war chest was on the cards after Britain became involved in attacks on the Iranian-backed Houthi rebels last month. Meanwhile, the former Defence Secretary, Ben Wallace, is lobbying for the Chancellor and the Prime Minister to set firm dates in stone to hike defence spending from 2.5% by 2028 and 3% by 2030. MPs are pressuring the PM and Chancellor to make defence a big pledge at what could be the last major fiscal event before the budget. Mr. Hunt has said Mr. Hunt has said it is an aspiration to raise defence spending, but only as the fiscal and economic circumstances allow. Growing threats for the situation in the Red Sea alongside ongoing conflict in Israel and Gaza and in Ukraine has pushed defence up the foreign affairs agenda in government. And that's it for the headlines, guys. Time to pay the bills.
Thank you. Let's get into some word on road. Okay. Today's lesson is a lesson on minding your business. Minding your business. I need that on a t-shirt. But basically, Amy Schumer has got a new show. And she's got a new show called Life and Beth. and stuff like that. Yeah. I haven't watched it yet, but it looks nice because I love a love story, so that's my vibe. There's actually one I started watching yesterday, and I should finish by the weekend. I'll talk about it on Monday. It's called
One Day.
Yes, Brent. Oh, Brent.
Heartbreak.
I might be in a mood next week. I'm never gonna lie to you
Serious?
because it's just I love a love story, but when it's like lost love and trying to kill me, man.
So I'm on the second episode, I believe.
Yeah. Are you watching 1.5?
No.
Okay.
That's how I felt about that. You know that?
It's called what's it called? One Day.
Yeah.
On Netflix.
It was Amy Schumer's.
No. Sorry, Amy Schumer is a different thing. It just reminded me of I'll talk about Amy Schumer in a second. But yeah, it's called One Day.
Oh, I was thinking, why are you not watching Amy Schumer for?
Yeah, I was gonna.
Because I love love. I love love whether it's black, Asian, or white.
No, I heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm watching no damn Amy Schumer, nothing.
All right, Monique.
Because she's racist? Is it because she's
Because she
racist?
stands for Monique.
No, it's not even. She's to me problematic to me. Like, she's very like the quintessential white woman. Just
She's managed to get the people, but but we can talk about Monday if you're done with it. But so yeah, Amy Schumer's got a show called Life and Beth and whatnot, and so she was on. She's been on obviously doing some press runs and whatnot, and also on the show. So basically, her face looked swollen, and basically people started trolling her online, talking about how her swollen face, and her swollen face on the show. And then when they've seen her do interviews, they're talking about, I thought the cameras did that. Her face is actually like that, blah, 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 blah. The woman's got medical problems, man. This is the issue. You lot keep talking about people and how they look. You lot did it with Chadwick Boseman. Turned out he had cancer. You lot have done it with other people as well. Jada, but that was Chris Rock, to be fair. Turned out she had, alopecia. People do that generally, and it's just not nice. But anyways, they did it with Selena Gomez as well. She's got lupus. Like, it's just, come on now. But anyway, she addressed it, and she said, thank you so much. So she said at midnight, obviously, at midnight tonight, watch her show, blah, blah. And then she said, thank you so much for everyone's input about my face. I've enjoyed feedback and deliberation about my appearance, as all women do, for almost 20 years. And you're right, it is puffier than normal right now. I have endometriosis. That's why and autoimmune disease that every woman should read about. That's a word. Because painful periods are not normal. There are some medical and hormonal things going on in my world right now, but I'm okay. Historically, women's bodies have barely been studied medically compared to men. The book, All in Her Head, does a good job explaining this. I also believe a woman doesn't need any excuse for her physical appearance and owes no explanation. Word. But I wanted to take the opportunity to advocate for self-love and acceptance of the skin you're in. Like every other person, some days I feel confident and good as hell, and others I want to put a bag over my head. But I feel strong and beautiful and so proud of this TV show I created, wrote, starred in, directed. Maybe just maybe we can focus on that for a little. I had backup dancers on Fallon, but my face is the headline. Anyway, I hope you enjoy Life and Beth, Love and Solidarity. Yeah, man, I think stop commenting on people and their bodies and whether they've lost weight or gained weight. And you just don't know what people are dealing with privately, and rightly so if it's private, because they don't want to share that. Speaking of privacy, Freddie Gibbs, yeah, and this is not funny because I just think I think it's disgusting. And I'm not really for Christy. Don't laugh. You're laughing at the wrong thing. I'm not for doing like I'm not for doing gender politics. You know, like when someone's like talking about, but for real though, this situation, if it was a guy that did what his baby's mother did, be getting cooked. Anyways, he must have just posted a picture of him and his new girl, on Valentine's Day, celebrating love and that. Obviously, it's a lovely day or whatnot. His ex now posts, blocking me on Twitter while I have a picture of you spreading your asshole in my phone is insane. I'm going to spare them that one though. So the history between them is that obviously she was pregnant with his child. He basically was not forcing her, but he basically allegedly was telling her to go and get the kid aborted and whatnot. She went there, realized that she's basically, the baby, it's a baby. She's not early like I guess she thought she was and whatnot. Decided to keep the baby. He decided to start moving mad and being horrible to her after the fact. So obviously she's a scorned woman and whatnot, but I don't think that is grounds to do what she did. And I also think that some of you, I keep telling you people, find shame. Because shame would never make me see a guy I like with a woman that he's with and then coming to post that he was doing this. I mean, sometimes it is funny, but it's one of those funny LOL in the group chat funny, like, oh, cute. Cute.
I blame even the women because how that new woman is coming behind all of what's happened prior.
Yeah, but
that's actual fool.
That's
sorry.
That's interesting. That's an interesting
Because
conversation.
when it turns around and starts happening now, and you start don't come on social media.
But you know what it is though? That's an interesting conversation. I'm not really aligned with that thinking because I think that people can change. People can change.
Okay.
So I think it can be tricky
with certain people's track record.
Yeah, because if you show me,
you know them when they say,
but if
they
you show me,
you who you are, believe them.
Yes, but you haven't shown me that. You've shown I've seen what you've been like with other people in the past, and who you are to me is nothing to do with what your track record says. It's a tricky one for me. But anyway, so that's the history. But anyway, last she posted a picture of his bumhole.
She actually posted it.
She posted it.
Serious?
Yes, she did.
Freddie Gibbs.
Is that right?
And you know what? You know what's so funny? Yeah. So he went and put up because he's got a Netflix show, right? He then posted a screenshot from that. It was like this audio part, and he was talking about and the joke is about a girl telling him to basically spread his cheeks, whatnot. Then he was like, I guess I better let her. But that wasn't a Netflix show, so he posted that snippet on there. And then last night or whenever it was, recently anyway, most recently, he put up a picture of him and his new girl again, and then said, "Spread love." I'm here. I like the fact that he's just I'm not gonna give into this foolishness you're doing, but I think that is a nude. That does classify as nude, and that is porn.
Revenge porn.
Revenge porn.
Yeah, it is revenge porn,
and it's a crime. So no, it's not funny. It's a crime, and if she gets got, I will be here to report that she got because that's out of order. I don't think that's fair. I don't think it's fair to post people in the intimacy you shared with someone in their private time.
Yeah, but you
publicly.
was eating his bum hole, so I don't even
And that's my thing sometimes, because you know when people break up with someone, they're like, oh, he doesn't even shower anyway. Sis.
He was eating.
I'm more shy for you than him.
I feel like me personally, they're both done it here because how you
I hate
sending
people
the
do stuff
picture
like that.
spreading. Even if you like your bum hole eaten, why does that need to be?
No, people do fun things though in the intimate private times.
No.
There's a lot of people, trust me, there's a lot of people
do crazy things.
No, people do crazy things because you don't think anyone's going to see it. They're just joking. They're like, haha, look at my bum.
Look, I think in his mind, he was probably thinking like,
this is private.
not like it's private, but obviously she's requesting it. Like, this bitch is eating my ass like cookies. Like, this is
Like, it's groceries. Go on,
like
man.
it's groceries. So it's like, I'm not even like,
I'm not going to think that there's one day she might put this out.
because we're both
We're both in this situation.
I'm trying to say that.
And that's always my thing. My thing is,
but is
don't
she a
try to
porn star?
expose... Second?
Is she a porn star?
I don't know.
Allegedly. I
Yeah,
think she
that
Is that the first one? Yeah, I think she is. That's why the academics always cussing her about, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she
Academics
is.
is in no position to... Anyway.
So her own cookies
She's
are out
Monica.
for so.
But that's my thing. Whenever people expose somebody, yeah, I'm always like, yeah, but you was happily dealing with them. You have no leg to stand on. We're not going to be at that person like, haha, because if anything, you're telling me you knew all these negative things about this person. He don't shower, he don't do this, he likes his ass eating, but there your mouth was. All right, love. Anyway, I think it's our order that he did that she did that.
No, it's 100 out of order. It is.
Yeah,
you're
it's
still
horrible.
your woman scorned. Like, you're still bitter because you
He's
saw
still with the new girl.
You saw the new girl.
You're still
and
chopping
this is what your response was.
Exactly.
You're still hurt, love.
I think it's our order. But speaking of hurt, Christy, thank you for that. Usher, I had an exclusive interview with People, as in the publication, and he talked about when he and Chilli were together like 4 years, and talked about he was heartbroken, man, when they broke up. He said he asked her to marry him, and she said no. I didn't even know she was his senior.
Yeah,
so she was his senior.
That was the whole thing.
Yeah, so she was his senior, but he said basically that what was it he said?
But he likes senior girls.
He does, and I have a theory about that, but I'm gonna keep it like this Friday. So there's that. But basically, he said that what was I going with that? Yeah, so he said that he was young when they were together. He was young. He was a young man, and she had very specific rules that didn't work for him. He said we were missing each other. I really did want to have a different type of relationship where she was there with me, and she couldn't be. She didn't believe that I was actually in love with her as much as I was. I wanted to marry her. I proposed and she told me no. I went through a great deal of pain after that, not trusting women or wanting to open up. But he said that he also admitted that he hurt her too, and the situation broke his heart. But yeah, man. But obviously, he said as well that they're cool now. He said we're cool with each other, and obviously there's respect there and all that kind of stuff. So obviously sis is married, living her best life with her mans, looking good as a lovely couple. And as we know now, Usher is also married.
Chilli's not married.
Oh, she's got a man.
Yeah.
They're not married.
I don't think they're married, no.
Oh, well, she's got a man that she loves very, very much.
Finally.
And
no, because there was a whole thing like she was. Remember, she was on the show. There was on the show, and then Miss Elliott said, "Girl, you want Jesus? Go with all these things that you're expecting."
Yeah, but I hate when people do stuff like that. I hate when people project. Because I get people projecting. I'm just like, shut up. Just because that's your standards for yourself. All the best then. We're not the same people. Yes, I do want Jesus, and it is possible. And guess what? Find my Jesus.
White Jesus.
Big up. He's a black Jesus. Big up Chilli and big up Usher, who are both in beautiful, loving relationships, and I just think it's so sweet.
Question.
Yeah, of course, sir.
To Christy.
Okay.
If, God forbid, this is never going to happen to you,
Yeah,
obviously.
God forbid, you know.
You get
I know where it's going.
What?
Never mind.
Why, you want to finish my sentence?
Are you working? Yeah, I can't interrupt a black man. That's so rude. I apologize.
If you got to 70, 80, right? I'm guessing you're still going to be keeping this whole, hey, I'm going to basically rinse black women who get with white men vibe, yeah?
I don't rinse anybody.
Oh, what did you do just now?
I don't rinse them.
Huh?
I don't rinse them.
Never mind. No,
I'm just stating.
What was the question you asked actually, please?
I'm just stating.
Ask the question.
No, finish the question. I just want to know. Because it's funny that she does that.
Basically, I wanted to know if it is that if she
I'm
was
not even
still
entertaining that
single
question
at
because I'm not going to get
70
to
or
70 or 80. I'm
What?
Not, I'm
Amen.
not, as in,
God
I'm-
forbid.
No,
Single.
you know what?
Don't speak
I'm
that
not
kind
going
of stuff. Not on this platform.
She didn't even
Okay,
finish her
you don't
sentence.
even finish.
Yes,
I'm not,
you told him
it's not
record
going
on
to
this
get
platform.
there. It's not going to get there. So I'm not even entertaining that
What's gonna get
question.
there?
She's not gonna be single at 17, 18. Is what she's saying.
I just said that. She had said that before I had said that.
No, I knew what you said.
Anyway, can you finish your question, please?
Power
I'm interested.
is in the tongue, yeah.
Amen.
Yeah, and that's why
My love, my love.
I reject that.
So let me not ask the question.
Now I want to know.
Basically, I was going to ask her
Yeah.
if she was still single. I said,
Yeah.
God forbid.
God forbid. Yes.
Would she still be cussing the black woman who'd been with this white man for 40 years?
You know damn well the answer to that.
She would.
I'll keep the same energy,
That's
love.
crazy.
It's black over
Why is
everything,
that crazy?
baby. Black over everything over here.
Why is that crazy? Why is that crazy? Why is that crazy?
I would keep the same
You're
energy.
getting willy for 40 years.
That's not going to be me though. But in your hypothetical, in your alternate universe,
And-
if that was a thing,
and
I
do
would
you
still
want
keep the same
black-
energy.
Black woman joy.
In every lifetime, I'll
Do you
still
want
keep the
black
same
woman
energy.
joy?
She wants to be the black
Do
man.
you want black woman joy?
To black women to enjoy,
Do you want to be happy?
yeah, I want them to be happy. Black love. That's what I want. I do want them to be
Isn't
happy.
it technically black love though?
Let's not make it seem like they are only happy if they go that side. Let's not do that. That's why I don't make, because that's how it's sounding. Like if they go there, then that's how they're gonna be happy. That you can't find happiness with your own.
Oh, you can.
Okay.
100%. But that
But it just don't
particular
be.
scenario,
I'm joking.
you had not been happy for 40 years. And you're still looking
Standing
at
on business.
But he's not black though.
Yeah, but by that time, I probably won't even care.
Would you?
I probably won't even care.
You would drop the...
What?
You would drop the whole mission.
No, I'm saying, as in, I don't understand. Like, so
I need to have a talk with you because...
talk with me about what?
This needs to drop, man.
What's not?
Because you know you can remove yourself from the public eye,
What do you mean?
right? And you don't have to
He
keep
said you
up
can
the
live. You can
charade.
live. You can be in the down low about this.
Yeah,
Down low.
100%.
So what are you trying to say?
You know
rubbish?
a white man can make
Wait,
you smile
Wait,
and giggle.
impossible.
Don't say that.
Impossible.
Wait, he said what?
A white man can make a smile and giggle.
Impossible. Impossibly.
No, you fighting the laughter.
I know what he's doing. Brendan's a sicko. Brendan's an actual sicko.
I wouldn't share the conversations that we had.
It would be interesting.
I won't out you.
Out me about what?
Never mind, I won't do it.
You'll just be
So
lying.
you've outed her by saying you're not going
because
to
you're
out her. 'Cause it makes it
you're a
seem as
compulsive
though-
liar, Brent. So you'll be lying.
Sorry, back in the bus.
Back in the
Yes,
bus,
please.
honey. And my last bit of news for you guys today. So Northwest, man, big up Northie, man. Northwest. Basically, she had a drawing, and it was on TikTok, but then it's been taken down now because obviously Kim was just like, blah, 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 let my child be. Basically, North is an artist, right? Artiste. And she basically had a drawing, but she had a picture. She drew a picture of Kanye and his naked wife.
What?
She drew a picture of her dad and his stepmom and her stepmom.
Oh.
It's cute. So so she was talking about like the things that she on there. It's like, it says about three things she's grateful for today. I said I'm grateful for the Vultures One album because it is insanely good. That's her dad's album. She was on stage performing with him. That is Kanye's kid. Have you seen the video? I should have sent it to you. The video of her performing with her dad. She dances just like her dad. You see how Kanye dances on stage? You can imagine it right now. It's exactly how North dances. She's just vibing, and I'm just like, I was calling in the morning. I said also, I'm also grateful for the Black Vulture because if Vultures weren't alive, this amazing album wouldn't have come out. She's a dad's child. And I said, lastly, I'm grateful for the gang carnival. No, for the song gang. Song carnival. And then she had a picture of her dad and obviously his wife when she wore this outfit. Or when she won. And use her cuss Britney Spears. I never want to hear anyone talk about Britney Spears again. Because she just got a thong on, that covers her bum crack and thigh-high boots. That should be illegal. Anyway.
Sorry.
Huh?
No, I was just doing something, and then when you said Britney Spears, I just woke up because
Leave Britney, man.
the pint is just sagging all the time, though.
I love Britney's pants. I think I'm going to go back to low. I'm going to go back to low hipsters.
Let me see
I'm
that.
not going to.
That's the original picture.
No, E-Man.
So
What
what's
do you think of
This is original.
your guy
What's she wearing on the
Kanye
front?
and this? Because this is your guy.
Oh, no.
What do you think about all of this?
I mean,
Because I still don't understand how you was caping for this man, but
Sorry, can I say this is the album cover? So she just drew the album cover, actually.
Okay.
So it's all right. It's innocent.
like, I'm still don't understand how
do-
you was
do-
caping for him so much
What for Kanye?
when he's a walking
contradiction.
oxymoron. Like I don't get it. Like
Do you know what it is? I just didn't feel happy that we were. Obviously, I understand. I remember saying this from the very beginning that I fully understand why everyone had the opinion they have, but I just wasn't happy that we were quick to kind of just condemn him, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanted him to be right. I wanted to give him a chance to be like, explain yourself, and nobody wanted to. That's basically what it is.
do you co-sign this?
I mean, this is his preferential choice, man. If I had the same view that I have about this, then I have to condemn half of us. You know what I'm saying? So this is what he wants to do, man. At least he's the dominant one in the relationship. At least that is there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Kanye is you know, at least attacking certain powers that be in it. So you know, that's all I will say.
All right, well, that's what I have today. Well, but yeah, basically, people are criticizing North drawing. Like I think they shared on TikTok and whatnot. And Kim was just like, "Let my child be her child. Like she's a happy child, minds her business, and it's just she's an innocent girl. Just let her be that kind of thing. Like stop reading."
Yeah, but why is
And
it on
projecting
the
to my
internet
children.
though?
So again,
Why is it on the internet?
because North is on TikTok.
But
But her
then
mum supervises. Like, it's like her and her mum's channel.
Oh.
And sometimes she shares stuff. So she was sharing what she was grateful for that day, which is perfectly normal.
Yeah,
It literally
but-
said, "What 3 things you're grateful for today?"
You-
And she just shared that. her
you
album.
want to police that, but yet you're on the internet. You're letting her be on the internet with these things. This is
No, but
how
it's her
the
dad's album though.
Yeah, I get.
And she's on the album.
Yeah, but I get it. But I'm just like, I don't know how you. What do you think the reaction is going to be? Like, I don't get it.
No, but the reaction can be what it is, but it doesn't change the fact that people are still like being mean to a young kid. That the reaction can be the reaction, but it doesn't change the facts that you are doing too much. Do you get what I mean?
Wait, people are actually angry at the Northwest.
No, but people do weird things like that all the time though. Like
'Cause,
with celebrities' kids,
again,
again, the stands are
I'm questioning the parents.
it's weird
At this point, sorry, like, I'm questioning the parents.
for strangers being mean to the kid.
No, I'm questioning the parents. Why would I be question, like her, like the fact that she's even not on the thing here. I'm blaming Kim and
No, but that's the thing. That Kim supervises her channel, and
it's all nonsense.
North has a good time. North is just a kid. She's a kid that dances and she shows her art and all that kind of stuff. And it's adults being. I think it's adults being weird. I don't even think it's the parents, because in this situation, the parents are actually supervising what's happening, but it's adults putting their adult view or imposing their adult view on the kid. But North is good vibes, man. Forming and all of that stuff. Big up her, man.
She's gonna disappoint a lot of y'all.
You North. Who's y'all?
The ones that are now looking to worship her for some reason.
Disappoint them how though?
Well, you keep saying she's her father's child, innit?
Yeah, but aren't you your father's child? Everyone is a parent's child. So, you know. Anyway, that's all Word on Road for this week. Thank you very much. Let's get into People's Journal. I think she's 12 or something like that, 13. Actually, maybe not. Between the ages of 10 and 13. I don't have a clue.
All right, guys, welcome to the People's Journal. I'll give you the news from an economics point of view. The first thing is, apparently, according to the BBC, the Chancellor, Mr. Jeremy Hunt, is looking at larger public spending cuts as a way to deliver tax cuts. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously we just heard about this whole recession thing. And so considering, that, and apparently there's some other things that he's, I guess, been presented with that's making it kind of look like, the economic forecast ahead of this spring budget that he's going to be dropping soon is kind of painting a not so great picture for public finances in the country. So it's looking like he's going to have to try and get creative, man, and see if it is a situation where he wants to cut taxes, he's going to have to find a new way to do it pretty much. And that will come about by, I guess, just reducing spending. Next thing I wanted to mention is interest rates. Apparently, this according to the Bank of England Governor, Andrew Bailey, he was basically saying that even though inflation didn't rise, it stayed at 4%, this doesn't necessarily mean that there will be earlier interest rate cuts. I mean, it is looking more positive. You know what I'm saying? The Bank of England have sat down for the last 4 months and refused to increase it from 5.25%. And with the fact that inflation is going down overall, it does look positive. But he's just kind of, I guess, preparing people for those who may get a bit too excited that the next time they sit down next month, that it necessarily means they will be reducing the base rate. Also, official figures are showing that people spent less doctor strikes and also a fall in school attendance are some of the biggest reasons for why the UK was dragged into recession at the end of last year. Like I mentioned yesterday, and just a couple of minutes ago, we are in a recession. By definition, obviously there are other factors that go into it. Just hearing recession doesn't mean it's the worst thing in the world, because a recession just by definition just means there's some sort of contraction or there isn't any growth in the last two quarters. But coupled with the fact that inflation is kind of somewhat being curbed, you know what I'm saying? It's not the worst thing in the world, because it could be a lot worse. And obviously we'll see what happens in the next quarter. But long story short, those are the reasons apparently for why the economy shrank by larger than expected between October and December. Next thing I wanted to mention is apparently shop sales rebounded in January, man, as shoppers, went to stock up on the food at supermarkets and take advantage of the sales and things of that nature. And official figures reveal that there was a 3.4% jump in sales following a record drop in December, which we spoke about as well, which we were kind of shocked about, considering this was Christmas and that's the time where, the sales are going to kind of incentivize people to flood into the shops. But yeah, long story short, food sales at supermarkets are one of the main things that rose pretty strongly over January. Yes, next thing I wanted to mention is NatWest. NatWest have recorded their highest yearly profit since 2007. Since 2007, yeah, man. So it was a lot higher than expected. They reported a pre-tax profit of £6.2 billion over 2023. I remember they had that controversy with Nigel Farage and how they tried to close down his account.
I'm quite surprised because they're still doing that,
What, Farage, you mean?
No,
you mean other people?
Yeah, like there's a whole thing about that.
But
Just indiscriminately just closing people's accounts.
Yeah, this is crazy. But you know that they obviously the boss had to resign. Dame Alison Rose, she resigned. So they've got a permanent boss now called Paul Thwaite, and basically, yeah, man, they're happy with him, especially when you consider the pre-tax profits and how it's the highest it's been since 2007. The government owns 35% of NatWest, by the way. You know what I'm saying? This was because of the whole financial crisis when they bailed them out. So you know, I guess the government will be kind of happy in that sense. And the last thing I kind of want to mention is campaigners are basically urging the government to double maternity pay, man. Apparently, some mothers, man, are having to skip certain meals to kind of cope with, you know, raising their kids and making sure their babies have enough. So yeah, this charity is basically saying the amount should be increased to £364.70. Unison and this particular charity, Maternity Action, are basically saying that they're concerned that some women are going back to work early and they're skipping out on meals because of the current amount that they're getting.
That's a fact. They
You know what
should.
I'm saying?
They should double it.
Yeah, man. So yeah, the SMP, the statutory maternity pay, which is the legal minimum that employers can pay, is available for up to 39 weeks, right? It's 90% of the mother's average weekly earnings before tax for the first 6 weeks, and then the lower amount is either £172.48 or 90% of the average weekly earnings for the next 33 weeks. And that's pretty much what they're saying. They need to increase, man. Ministers have been told that women should receive the equivalent of the national minimum wage, which is £10.42 an hour. But like I was saying, according to a survey done by Maternity Action, which was done on behalf of Unison, a quarter of women on maternity leave say that they've gone without eating, sometimes all day, so that they can afford to feed their families. So sad, man. But yeah, that's it for the People's Journal, guys.
All right, let's get into our last headlines for today.
Okay, so our last headline: Ethiopia's government on yesterday, dismissed allegations that its soldiers massacred scores of civilians last month in the country's restive Amhara region, as the West is demanding an investigation into the killings. So a rebellion broke out in Amhara, which is Ethiopia's second biggest province, last year when the government moved to dissolve regional forces and absorb them into the federal army. We spoke about that as well. But later, rebels captured several towns across the region before retreating to the countryside. Rights monitors have documented a range of human rights abuses by government forces during the conflict, including alleged extrajudicial killings as well. Ethiopia's state-appointed Human Rights Commission says that troops killed at least 45 civilians in the Amhara town of Merawi following clashes with the local militia in January. Another national rights body put the death toll at over 80. Both organizations said that the killings included shootings that occurred during house-to-house searches as well. The next headline takes us to South Africa, where two South African soldiers, trigger warning, 2 South African soldiers were killed and 3 injured when a mortar landed in their base, in eastern Congo, amid increased unrest in the region. The South African National Defence Force, which oversees all the country's armed forces, says it believed the mortar explosion on Wednesday was a result of indirect fire, and an investigation was underway to determine who was responsible. South Africa sent soldiers to Congo as part of the Southern African Development Community's mission to fight against armed rebel groups in the east. I believe we spoke about that earlier this week as well. And South Africa announced this week that it will be sending a new contingent of 2,900 soldiers to eastern Congo. It wasn't immediately clear if those killed and injured were part of that new deployment, though. But yeah, that's what's happened. And the last thing I wanted to mention is Israel's special forces have launched a raid on the besieged Nasser medical complex, which is the main hospital in southern Gaza. The IDF, the Israel Defense Forces, said that Hamas's fighters were hiding inside and that Israeli hostages' bodies might also be in there as well. A spokesperson for Hamas denied it all and called it all lies. The hospital's director was speaking to BBC and said that the conditions are catastrophic and very serious. They also said, when they were speaking to BBC Arabic, that since the midnight hours, violent shelling and severe explosions have continued in the vicinity of the complex. The person went on to say that that the patients who had remained at the facility were piled up in wards with critical injuries and appealed to the UN and the Red Cross to save them and their staff. Video footage verified by the BBC shows that medical staff rushing patients on stretchers through a corridor filled with smoke or dust. There's loads of innocent civilians in there, man, Israel. What you guys doing, man? But yeah, that's it for the headlines. Time to pay the bills.
All right, let's get into the reaction.
Welcome to the reaction, people, where I read out your sports headlines for you. Why is this going all the way to the top? I hate this shit. Oh my God.
What happened?
Europa League and that.
Yeah, you don't have to know all of these.
No, but I just forgot that. Is Man United still in that? We are in it. We just don't start. We don't start playing it for the next round or something, innit?
Yeah.
It's tough, man.
You really don't watch football these days?
Actually, we're not even in it. We finished bottom of the group. We're not in Europa League.
You are.
We're not, because Galatasaray are there.
You don't really watch football these days.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No.
Proper missed all of the games.
Yeah.
Boy, I think it's because Man United aren't even in it.
Yeah, that's what it is, yeah. Definitely.
Okay.
It's tough. I'm talking shit. We're not even in Europa. We finished bottom of the league. We're not even here. Yeah, see, I don't know what's going on no more. I'm being so honest with you. I don't know what's going on no more. It's bad. But the Red Juggernaut's on the march, so it's going to get better in a few weeks.
Amen.
But we've got some news here for you. Kylian Mbappe tells Paris St-Germain he intends to leave the club at the end of the season. So the 25-year-old's deal with League One champions is scheduled to expire, and he has been heavily linked with a move to Real Madrid. The forward has a 1-year extension clause, so it's expected his departure will involve either a sale with a transfer fee or financial sacrifices on the player's part. Quick and easy. Oh, what happened to Roy Hodgson? Crystal Palace manager stable in hospital after falling ill during training. So Crystal Palace says manager Roy Hodgson is stable in hospital after he was taken ill during training on Thursday morning. Palace cancelled a news conference after the 76-year-old became unwell. It was widely reported on Thursday morning that Palace are set to sack Hodgson, with the club 15th in the Premier League and 5 points clear of the relegation zone. Or do you think he just faked it so he don't get sacked?
Is that what it sounds like?
You know, he's been managing since like 86. Yeah, the eye open it. He's been managing since 1986, you know.
It's a long stint, man. A very long stint.
No, like he wasn't born then. Like he was,
You're such an egg.
no, like he's been managing since 1986.
That's wild. That's an old man.
Huh?
How old is he?
76.
Wow.
Damn.
Hey, man, it's serious. But following the news that Roy Hodgson was taken ill during today's training session, we can confirm that he is now stable and is currently undergoing tests in hospital, the club said on Twitter. Yeah, big up him. And in our last things, we've got some boxing news. We've got a long-awaited rematch between Josh Taylor and Jack Catterall. That's going to take place in Leeds. Is that long-awaited?
Oh, sorry, yeah, 100%. This is the rematch. The first one, everyone pretty much says that Catterall won the first fight, and yeah, everyone feels like he was robbed. And to be fair, Catterall did a better job, man. Catterall did a better job, but Josh Taylor is a solid fighter, and he was at the time as well. And obviously, he went on to unify. In fact, he became undisputed at 140. Yeah, the first in the 4-belt era. So obviously big up Josh Taylor. But at the same time, the Josh Taylor back then is not the same Josh Taylor now. Catterall should win this and make it more convincing than the first time. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you consider what Teofimo, obviously Catterall is not Teofimo, but what Teofimo did to Josh Taylor, it'll be good because it'll be one of those ones where his pride will be right there. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't want to lose this. You know what I'm saying? But I don't see this being a Frotch Groves. I don't see, you know what I'm saying? I don't see that happening. So, unfortunately, I think Catterall's got this, man. But I'll definitely watch it. It'll be sick. It'll be sick.
I was at Frotch Groves, you know.
Well, first or second?
Second.
Serious.
Second one was...
That's
the first one
crazy
was, the first one was better, but the second one was a massive spectacle, innit?
Was that Wembley?
Yeah. Big. I was
That
there.
was crazy.
Quality stuff. But yeah, we got that coming. End of March, Wardley and
Yes. Fraser Clark.
Wardley and Fraser, innit?
Yeah.
Who do you think's gonna win that?
Wardley.
Woodley, innit?
Yeah. Fraser's got the more experience. He's got the amateur background. He's got like, I think he will have more tricks up his sleeve. But Wardley's just aggressive.
Fabio's a problem, man. He's gonna knock him out.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He's aggressive, man, and he's just full of confidence at the moment. I think he will be a problem for a lot of people at the moment.
I bought my tickets for that fight already.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. Should be a good one. But I think you're right. I think he's going to stop him. You know, it will be Fraser's first loss professionally. Yeah. But again, hopefully, if he can cause an upset, that would be good as well. Somebody else is fighting as well. Craig Richards beat somebody recently, so I think people are now considering him in the whole Aziz, Buatsi, Yard.
Is Whitaker fighting on that card as well?
Yes. I think they just released it. Like
I think I just seen post on it.
Today or yesterday, isn't
it?
Yeah. He's gonna be fighting. I can't remember who he's gonna be fighting though, but he's gonna be fighting.
Yeah, me and Whitaker are probably the most dynamic fighters in the country. So it's crazy, man. But yeah, man, that's the end of our reaction and our sports news. We'll catch up on Monday. Let you know how the weekend's results went. All right?
Yep.
All right, let's get into Out Ere.
My son loves transition.
Usually,
Serious?
Yeah.
Big him up every time.
How old is he?
He's going to be 9.
All right, then.
We thank God.
I've been swearing on here.
No, you don't.
I like to be a good example to the youth. If I actually know people's kids are watching, I don't I care about packaging myself well.
fuck them damn kids.
I hope he's not watching. Is he watching right now?
No.
I didn't mean that. I just couldn't help myself.
Yeah, it was right there. Yeah. Someone had to do it. It wasn't going to be me.
Hope you keep him away from girls like Northwest.
Why are you on to Northwest for?
Northwest, man. It's a good kid.
I don't know why you're saying I'm onto her.
You said you hope you keep him away from girls like Northwest. What did
What's
she
wrong with
do?
Northwest?
She's just eccentric. Yeah, for real. Maybe that's good advice.
No, Brent, why did you say that? What's wrong with Northwest?
Yeah, what's the thinking behind
Because
that?
you're about to be done out here. What's wrong with Northwest?
So I don't think it's cool for a 10-year-old to be on the internet in a manner in which it is that she's on the internet, right? And I don't agree with their parents. I don't like their parents.
Okay.
So there's a lot going already.
So she was just
Right?
doomed anyway.
And she's now drawn a picture of the Bam Bam.
It's
Her dad's album cover.
It's Dad's album
Yes,
cover.
that she features on.
Okay,
Yes.
like I said, I feel away because I feel away, right?
Okay.
I'm allowed to feel away. I'm just saying, keep your son away from girls like that. No good.
And I'm
Family's
saying
no good either.
I'm saying you're
You get me?
Agbaya.
You'll be exposed to things that you don't want him to be exposed to. That's what I'm saying.
No, I hear it.
You're Agbaya.
I hear it.
That's what you are.
I ain't got none against Northwest. I don't know the girl.
You're an Agbaya.
I don't want to know the girl.
She don't want to know you either. Anyway, Brandon's not here.
Sorry, room.
So what we were saying was, I was gonna when I see what you put in down here, I saw the top one and I was gonna look at it and I just thought, actually, I probably might enjoy just getting into this in real time because I don't know what it is, but I saw Dr. Umar there, so
Gosh, he's not here. That's a shocker.
I don't know what it is. Because it said they tried to get him.
Let's find out.
Oh, like a fluffy woman.
I don't know. I have no clue
Tried
what's
to say
going on.
that she was with him last night.
That,
He's
you know
like,
what? Yeah.
Is there a video to run?
Yes, there's a video.
Against me.
Play the video, please.
Let me watch a video.
I
And I know a man that's lying. Let's watch a video. Let's watch a video.
That video.
Talking about when Northwest hero. That's your hero. Let's watch the damn
Who, Dr. Umar?
Dr. Umar.
My hero?
I said yo. So if you feel like the shoe fits,
sisters. And the white man knows you well because he's written books on you.
How many books?
They say the Negro entrepreneur.
What?
Who's that queen?
I was with you last
You
night.
wasn't with me last night. I never seen you in my life.
Look at my book. Look at my bag.
Keep speaking, King. Keep speaking,
Yes, I'm going to keep speaking. I've never seen a sister a day in my life. Brothers and sisters, clap it up for the ancestors. Clap it up for the Most High. Clap it up for Black excellence.
Yeah, he tried
Clap
to.
it up for
let's go around the room,
positivity.
please. Let's go around the room. Start with Brent.
Yes. Yes. I want
she cracking her top for?
Just
she's
to
trying
show
to
what she's
fight.
working with, sir.
I feel sorry for fat things, you know, because man love taking their pom pom but denying it in public. Man say about fat things all the time, but people want to pretend that they don't. And it's just so, it must be so annoying. It must be frustrating. Huh?
See, we got this
Tell the
thing,
truth,
brothers
though.
and sisters. And the white man knows you well because he's...
Big
We love the
girls,
fluffy.
you are
We ain't
beautiful.
going we're talking, innit?
Yeah, I ain't flinching.
100%.
Me. Big girl, you are beautiful.
100%. Fluff me up, bro.
I think he knows this woman because she walked up. He said, "Who is this queen?" He said,
She did to him that's what you were saying last night.
"Who is this queen?" Is crazy.
Do you know how I knew that he was lying, yeah? Do you know how I knew that he does know her? Because sometimes with men, yeah, like when you catch them in a lie, they quickly try to divert something else. Might as well clap it up for the ancestors.
Clap it up for the
No. You was clapping them cheeks. Is what she's saying.
for the ancestors.
Clap it for the ancestors. Okay. He did that shit.
I
Guilty
said,
fuck.
"I have never seen this sister in my life."
He said, "Who is that queen?" He said, "You weren't with me. I ain't never seen you a day in my life." And she's looking at you like, "Excuse me." That's our vote, man.
But what did she want though?
He did that.
No, but why did
I want to know what she wanted.
she
though.
wanted.
What
He
is
just
that?
why did she chuck her bag up in the air?
I'll put it on
Come like a
what's it called?
flipping
Bobby Schmurder.
yeah, Bobby Schmurder. I was so confused.
Listen, I will do my due research over the weekend, and I'm sure she will be on Word and Road on Monday because I want a TikTok story time of why she came there with so much vim. He must have done something.
Something must happen because she's on a mission.
Irate.
Like.
She's annoyed.
'Cause what does that even mean?
I
Like,
really
was
tried
with
to
you
go
last
up for
night.
that man,
Okay.
So
he must have
So
done
what are you doing? What are you doing here now?
No, but he did something because did you hear her say, "I've got your book in my bag"? When he said it, I don't know you. She said, "I've got your book in my bag."
Check my bag.
Yeah, but what's she so mad about? Like, what's she trying to prove? If that makes sense. What's the point?
And I will have it for you on Monday. I will have it for you on Monday because I'm sure I would need her to do a story time on TikTok. I need someone on a podcast. Somebody gets this because she came there annoyed.
She's angry.
So they must have had it because she moved like he was like at the altar about to get married or something.
Yeah, it's like one of them was like she's mad. Like,
Yeah,
no,
she's
I'm not-
mad. No,
Like, how you gonna think you was with me last night? You get what I'm
Exactly.
saying? But he was just working his show though.
He working something else last night as well.
The liar and the liar mother. I am not the liar. I'm the liar's big sister.
What the hell is this one?
I am not the
Bread.
liar. I'm the liar's sister-in-law. I'm not the liar. I'm the liar mate. I'm not the liar. I'm the liar's sister. I'm the liar.
Where's this from, Brent?
Who's the liar?
The one who's getting punishment.
Oh, well, who sent you this?
Stacey.
That's ironic though. To send you, before you said you didn't like kids on the internet and you played it.
I only saw who Lion was at the end of this. What?
So wait, who's the light here?
Dr. Umar, man, for lying on the system, man.
And the Black Queen.
lying on the black queen, man.
Who is this queen? I'm gonna throw that. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna throw that
Who is
line.
this queen?
Who is this king?
Well, I mean, at least you went white.
So who is this queen?
At least you went white.
Who is this? He denied her. He knew what he did, man.
Yeah, Dr. Umar's lying.
He knew. He knew he did that shit.
And she's got his book
In her bag.
in her bag.
She had a pre-copy before everyone else got to buy it at the venue.
I don't know what y'all are saying.
Okay.
Like, you can't pick up this book anyway.
Yeah, exactly. No, because the way she said it.
The book's in my bag.
No,
that was the proof. That was with you.
No, actually, but think about it. She came to a seminar that he's conducting. In my mind, they're sending the books outside. But she's saying, like, I didn't need to come here to buy the book. He gave me a copy last night. That's what I heard. Anyway, Dr. Umar did that, man.
That's what you say, for real. This is
It's a
how have I got the book?
pre-copy.
Like, I ain't even been here. Like, I've got the
I've
book.
just arrived, and the book is already in my bag from last night.
That's a flaming gun, Brent.
Listen, open and close case, mate.
It's a smoking gun.
I don't know. I mean, if a woman's trying to put a body on you and you look and you don't like how she's looking, like, hey, what would you say? All right, fair enough.
No, I'll do Dr. Umar done as well.
But didn't he
Mark's a dead 100% doing that.
Say, clap for the ancestors.
Clap for the ancestors. The ancestors don't film me now.
Let's get the distraction going.
I'm done.
The ancestors rise up.
That's it. Clap for the ancestors.
But I love how his innate response, the quick fire response, isn't to call her what you call the woman.
What do I call her?
You use the derogatory word.
What did I say?
You said fat thing.
Ah. That's
He
not
said,
derogatory.
he said, who's his
No,
queen?
wait, which one do you think is derogatory in there?
Both of them.
No, but I want to know why, because he doesn't
Ting.
think it's fat. He thinks it's ting.
It's ting,
That's
innit?
why I said that.
Fat can't be derogatory because if I say skinny thing, is that derogatory? If you're fat, you're
You're
fat.
shaming them.
I'm not shaming no one. I love
No, I'm
fat
saying
bitches.
skinny women as well.
No, you
But it's
can't
like
say
you put them plus sized.
You can't tell me I'm being derogatory or I'm trying to shame someone using fat when I love fat girl.
That's a point, you know.
That's not a point.
That's
not a point because
it
if
is.
That's a point.
if there
in
was
his
a
head.
if there was a
That's
white woman
point in his head.
if there was a
because
white
he said it
person
confidently. Explain.
if there was a white person that says
I think it's self-explanatory.
Yeah. So, a white woman saying, "Oh, I love that black nigga,
Black what?
that nigga boy."
I don't.
No,
loves
no.
nigga
That's
boys.
not the
What
same
you
thing.
talking
No,
about?
no, no, no. A white
She
She
woman,
loves nigga boys.
a white woman who
Says I love that black man.
no, but she's racist though.
What? One second.
No,
I'm not
that's
racist.
what
I'm not
I'm saying.
sizist.
I didn't say yours. That's cool.
No, a white woman can say,
It's,
I love that black
what's the
thing
word?
and not like black people.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a fact.
This is not the same. Black is not a derogatory word. It's not considered as a derogatory word either. But
Okay.
nigga is.
Yeah, okay.
But no,
That's why I said,
You
I
can't-
love that nigga boy.
The way it comes out of mouths is the emphasis is just like you put
But
a lot
he
of
really loves them. He's
Yeah,
emphasizing
it's
his love
it's
for them.
It's passion.
no the way he says it.
You know, he really gets vexed when it is that people distance themselves from them. He's like, what are they seeing that I'm not seeing? You get proper passionate about it because he's fully in it. He swims in it.
Deep waters.
Do you
I indulge
indulge in what sense?
in big girl.
In
the bigger
no,
the
but
better,
in
you know.
£600 life, big girl, or just.
You got to be able to move, but you know.
This is what I'm saying. I feel like you're big and someone else is big. I feel like it's different.
You'd be surprised.
And you like them shaped, right?
Yes,
Shapely.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like Mark's is big is not.
You know what? I'm done with this.
What are you doing?
Boy, I don't know what
Let's get
he's.
into the outro.
Yeah.
Esther, save me. Let's
Cut the cameras.
Gosh.
Thank you guys. Please come camera me. Thank you guys for tuning into the show. We appreciate it. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, all that great stuff. Big up our researchers, everybody that's involved with the show. Big up all of you. Big up Stacey for giving us calling in. Well, not calling in, but tuning in today. Some points were made, honey. So big up Stacey every single time. If you want to send dilemmas,
Sorry. That's what I was supposed to press.
if you want to send your dilemmas for the show, the number is 075-6484-1073. If you want to inquire about the show or feature on the show, the email address is thedayafter@thenewblack.com. Also follow us on social media platforms. We are on there, on Twitter, on X, Instagram, and on TikTok @thedayafterTNB.
I might have one more clip. I just got it from Proverbs. It says, Suka, so it has something to do with trend. That's I'm a bit partial. Hold up.
Be partial to some.
Sorry, Esther.
No, I've done my part.
Like the video, guys. Like the video.
Let me sign off right. Better be wavy. Oh, my accent coming strong. Why All right, I've emailed it to myself, and now I can put it on the stream. I don't know what it is I go through behind the scenes to make this production smooth. Yes. Facebook, all right. I don't think I have Facebook on this computer. Oops.
What are you trying to get? Oh. What are you trying to like amplify it even beyond how you play clips
No.
normally?
She's going for it. She's got young knees, innit? They both got young knees, to be
Mega
fair to
knees.
them.
Mega knees.
They're guys. God damn girl. You know, she's the truth. I need to go check that card.
Tanti. All right. A wonderful way to sign off. Goodbye, everybody. See you on Monday.
Ciao.
Peace.